What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Life Game. We try to give you life game. Shit, you know,
Yeah.
I'm Big Tuck. With Steve the Voice. Uh,
Hey,
Big Mac joins shortly, and
Big Mac in the building. Big Tuck in the building. Steve the Voice in the building. Making it happen. Life game.
for sure. And tonight, man, I was going on to speak on this topic anyway, and it's just something that happened a few days ago that kind of even, uh, I guess, made it more. Uh,
More real, more.
Yeah, just more. Sorry, I got text. More. I don't know. I guess an example. Example in one particular area though.
Hmm.
Now having standards can be applied to any area of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, just whatever, however your basically your standard of living, right?
Okay. Okay. Standard of
Um,
living.
exactly. And so
you gonna
even that even from every from your from the, the type of person you choose to be with to the type of lifestyle you want to live to how your house look, like all that is standard.
so that would require you having accountability of how you uphold your principles.
Right.
So you have to take account for how you do it, your pluses, your minuses,
Yep.
um, what you deem important in how you move. Do you or do you not do this in your life? In your life, do you stick to? Do you have, even if you have no standard, that is your standard. Your standard
Right.
is no standard. What, and you essentially define what that standard is. You define your own standard. Now, whether your standard
What
is
but but
up
here's the thing,
to
it has to be based on something though.
right, it comes from a framework.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. What's up,
Barely,
Big
bro. You
Mac?
can barely hear
What's
you.
happening, man? I didn't know if y'all could hear me, man. I thought I was tripping.
Well, right now, as of right now, your mic is a little bit on the low side, a
Yeah,
little
a
bit
little
a
bit
little
low.
bit low. So if you can amplify a bit, we could hear the richness of your voice and everything that you need to say. No words, no nothing being wasted.
All
Yeah.
right, how about this?
Near,
Can y'all?
hey. All right now.
All right, there we go then, fellas.
Oh, we
That's a
cook.
little bit better.
Yeah.
Like I
see,
really, bro,
see,
you sound I mean, I hear you though.
see, Tuck trying to hold you up to a higher standard. I'm
I
trying
support that.
to.
No, it sounds like you on speakerphone.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, that's the echo. How about now?
All right, try it again. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Okay, sound check. 1 2 1
Improving.
2. Let me
Improving.
That's a
mess
little
with it a
bit
little
better.
bit more. I gotta mess with this thing just a little
Oh,
more.
wait. Just 5 seconds. You're 3 seconds ago. Well, now five, but 3 seconds ago, I think it was nice.
All right. What about now?
Hey,
Hey,
Yeah.
is that better? Is that better for everybody right there?
That
How's that
sounds
sound?
good.
That sound good. That sound good. No, we can go with that. All right, we'll go with it.
we're going with
All right.
Tuck standard. We're going with Tuck standard. That's the
All right,
that's
I support that. And I support what Tuck just said about your standard. Got to be based on something. Not having a standard is not a standard.
Yeah, it gotta be based on something. Like if you got standards,
It
man, it
got to
gotta
be
be
based
based.
on something, bro. You got to be able to articulate that thing.
right.
Turn your mic
Well,
volume up a little bit more, bro.
he's looking for a little bit more gain, a little bit more gain, a little bit more power.
Yeah, you need a little bit more juice on that.
Right.
All right. And let me get over here and mess with these settings too.
But um so what happened was, yeah, everybody knows Zion Williamson, right? I know everybody done heard about. I'm pretty sure y'all done heard about what happened.
Well, hold
What
on.
happened? I ain't hear about what happened now.
Are we talking to the audience? Because they're going, in case they don't. In case they
Okay,
don't.
so well, I'm gonna go over it, and
Okay,
yeah, I'm
cool.
gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Just to give you a little rundown. So Zion Williamson,
Who's Zion?
yeah, Zion got caught up.
Are we talking about the fight situation?
Nah, the Instagram, nah. Instagram model, basically, calls out Zeke Zion for sliding in the DMs or a white chick, right? Now this the
Okay.
second time he got like that kind of, you know, quote unquote exposed, which I don't, you know what I mean? It, I don't know, bro.
What does it mean when you've been exposed when you're sliding in the DMs? You just
I don't
meaning
know.
that it
Because
just
you're a celebrity, I guess it was like, oh, he just sliding into a regular bitch DM or IG model DM or whatever. But if anything, like you show things in it. If you dealing with a female and she shows stuff like that, she just all in for the clout anyway.
well,
And
yeah, it shows lack of discretion on whoever on how whoever released it, and in that sense, it's
I
mm,
think it's her brother. So the Instagram model's brother is the one that released the shit. And
So
she
basically,
was
he
like,
just capitalized on the moment.
yeah, he trying to, and he was like, but he was imploring her, like, why you don't? But she released the text message between him and her back and forth, like, she like, well, he's like, well, why you don't, expose it or do this? She like, I don't want to do that. I got a boyfriend, woo, 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 woo. And then he like, shit, why, and she like, why would I want to do it? He like, well, that's Diane. And so it's the dude he clout chasing.
Yeah. Cloud chasing on it ain't got no gender.
So let me play this video, and this
fascinating.
basically what went down.
So
All
the
right.
This is off a little website that I found. I ain't find like it. Basically, it come from like IG or some Snapchat or some shit like that. So I'll let me pull it up.
okay.
And this is basically like what happens.
Always do the most. They trying to turn it on. Way she licking on my stone. My chains on antifreeze. It look like I made a clone.
So basically, that was the dude recording, and then she went, and they had like a little back and forth in another spat. I'll play it again. So,
Why do Zion like that, sis?
now apparently this is something they've been. Oh, sorry about that.
Why does Zion like that, sis? What does that even mean, really?
I mean, how they talk on
That's
the phone.
bro. That's bro taking a shot. Like she left him basically. She ain't reply to him. She ain't kick no flavor to him. He like, why you doing him like that? He
No,
just
it's
spoke
like
lie.
it ain't him. It's a why do Zion like that shit? So that's the brother recording the
That the
sister.
bro recording, and that's his caption to kind of basically say, my sister had Zion in the DM. She could have
But
hollered at him, but
but
she
it's the
didn't.
thing. He had done already been smashing her.
I thought you just said he slid in the DM and shouted didn't want to met with.
No, bro.
Oh,
That's
wait.
what the headline said. I just explained to you what happened. The chick didn't
Oh,
want to
Jeff, hold on.
expose.
I missed that part then.
Yeah. Let me
That
let me let
changed,
me do
that
this. Let me
changed
do
the
this. I'm
game.
gonna
That
pull
changed
up.
the game. Him just trying to smash is really not much.
Right.
Already smashing, and then the brother expose the actual love affair or
Yeah, so
whatever.
Instagram model denies
Whatever
exposure
you want to
Zion
call it.
Wilson, but it is admits Zion only DMs her when he wants to sleep with her. So they've smashed before, and so she's got. I'm gonna share this one. So she's got
So 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 now basically she don't want it to go down like that no more.
right. Uh, did I share the audio? I don't know. So basically, this is what it was. You know what I'm saying? It's the
She
brother.
don't, she don't, she don't want it to go down like that no more. She
Yeah,
good.
it's the brother. Basically back and forth with her. It's like, are you stupid? He's like, what? There's fucking reason why I don't post about Zion like that. You fucking stupid. He said, why? What's the big deal about it? He said, that's the only reason he hits me up is to fuck, correct? So why the fuck would I want to publicize that someone sees me as an object? So this is her. And he says it's because it's a famous person. Nothing making you nothing about making you an object. That nigga strictly for the clout, bro. Only
Right.
because it's a
But
famous.
that sounds to me though, that sounds like a young man who also don't understand what's going on. Like, first of all, these your
Nah,
sisters.
yeah, he really don't give a fuck, bro. He
Right.
don't give a fuck about
He's
nothing.
he's like,
He
you
don't
do
give a fuck
realize
about
I have a
drugs. He don't
boyfriend.
give a
This
fuck
is
about
going to
nothing. He
make.
don't give a fuck about nothing.
He's
My
like,
thing is,
I have a
that ain't
boyfriend. I really don't want these kind of problems in my personal relationship. I have a boyfriend. It's going to be a problem. And her brother is like, hey, fuck that. Give me, where's the
Just
money?
telling him
Show
like
me
you're
the money.
addicted to
Like
real shit. I'm in a
we can make
relationship.
this
I don't
twerk.
need
We
it.
can flip we can flip this work many times. We can be famous. We can grow our IG accounts. We already got book deals. What are you talking about? This is the press releases, interviews.
and then go back,
And she's like, yo, my boyfriend might leave me off of this. And he's like, man, fuck you. We can buy another boyfriend.
they go back to my God, bro. Your sister gotta be, it gotta be something over money. We gotta
Bro,
be
you sound like you underwater.
Yeah, but he trying to make a come up any way he can, which sounds like anybody in the pandemic these days.
Steve, can you hear him clearly?
No, I don't. I hear you. What?
I had an echo. Okay, how about now?
That's better.
That's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
What about now? How that sound? That sound better?
That sounds fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure all your mic levels up on your computer too, bro.
Yeah, I got the mic levels up on the computer, so I'm just messing with the equalizer now. All right, but all thing I'm saying is that go back to what we talking about, bro. That really shows a flaw in the standards all the way around. I don't really see nothing. Honestly, I don't see nothing wrong with from what we just described now, and I'm only taking what we just talked about. I don't see nothing wrong with Zion participation in this right now. My first issue is with this dude who your sister says she don't want to be seen as an object, and your response is, well, since there's possibly some money involved, we should objectify you. That's the wrong response from a brother. A brother should not be trying to help his sister objectify herself. If anything, he should be telling her you're worth much more than your physical body. You shouldn't be doing that. So yeah, I agree, bro. Definitely clout chasing. I definitely agree with bro clout chasing, but even beyond that, he got a fucked up standard of life. He honestly thinks that money, that there's a price that can be paid for his sister's dignity.
Bro. Yeah. No, it's a product of being in this new age, man, and having no lack of human sensibilities. That's another another part of dehumanization. You know what I'm saying? And which, I mean, that's a whole nother topic. Like we can go down there.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is standard. So in this situation, if we're applying that standard, bro, standard gotta be that when he talking to his sister, he's only uplifting her. He either is not talking to her, but that's what I'm saying. If he can have that kind of standard, then when he gets to a situation like this, he don't approach this situation like this.
So my thing is like, if
that shit ridiculous.
Well, here's the thing. He believes he's uplifting his sister and putting her into a better situation by simply saying, hey, you're going to get hella clout for this. Like, you're the chick that pulled. Your numbers are going. Your numbers, your followers are going to uplift you. You're going to get a better class of boyfriend because of this. You're like your whole standard of living is about to be uplifted.
It's a young man that don't understand the real world.
Well, I'm saying this is the opinion of her brother. You feel me? The opinion of the brother is he's uplifting her by subjecting her to more publicity and potential scandal.
That ain't what that nigga thinking was. His thinking was he trying to get some clout. It's an NBA player that everybody know.
He said
he didn't follow. He been in awe of. You feel me?
Right.
Because Zion Williamson been the shit on the internet since he was like 14. You know what I mean? Right. On everybody.
But he says in that message there that it's going to increase. That her life is going to go up because it's a celebrity, and so
but you're not seeing what he's saying though.
I understand that, but what he's doing is he's trying to market his sister as a product.
Right, nigga, that's hoeing.
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Right. And he's saying, but he's doing it with the hopes. He's doing it with the hopes and idea that it's going to step her game up. That she's going to get a better class of boyfriend, who she's going to get a baller, and then they're going to have a better lifestyle in general.
No.
She may even get some deals off of it and start. He's trying to be her manager, really.
Right. Which is even worse. Because the way you're going about managing, is this a real person tapping in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. My bad. It just threw me off a little bit because I'm reading it. I'm about to respond.
I'm just putting them up on the thing, bro.
My fault, bro. That's my fault. I'll get used to it. That threw me off. Anyway, Steve-O, bro. Let me tell you something, Steve-O.
Our standards, man. We got to raise our standards around here.
Yes, bro. Your standards have to be higher than. I'm gonna pimp my sister, bro. If you want to manage your sister, you should be using your talents and abilities to build and maintain relationships to benefit her business.
Right.
She just said she was a model. You could have taken the same talents and benefits to help her take some more pictures.
Right.
But get what he did though. He took this and told everybody she fucking
like, bro. You're so far out of pocket. Bro, so far out of pocket, bro.
My thing is this though. This was a standard part for me, bro. Here's the part I was tripping off
of. Because this is really
one thing.
And I agree totally with what Maurice just said.
Okay.
I don't think it's the whole generation. Though. I do agree that this dude definitely done express. He definitely done showed us that his ass missing it. Go ahead, okay. My bad.
No, you good. I just wanted to show this chick.
Okay.
I mean, she got a little butt.
Right.
But she's not cute to me. I mean, she's not pretty. You know what I'm saying? She's an average looking.
Right.
Huh?
I'm talking about what they got to do with this situation.
I'm just saying like when we talking, we broke down one section of standards, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at like, dude, you're an NBA star.
Yeah, that fit for him though. We already discussed it. We know the male psychology. Dudes cheat down.
I mean,
that's normal psychology of a dude. That's about on par. Somebody who he can slide in the DM right quick. It ain't gonna be no issue. It literally has been no issue up until her brother jumped in.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
All right. That was.
Yeah, that was some bad. I mean, it's some slick back though.
It was literally, yo. I'm just trying to get something right quick. I'm literally trying to just get something right quick. On my way to something. I mean, she's literally just a way station.
You got a little something back there.
She a way station for some nut right quick. Just I'm trying to drop a load off, and I'm trying to and get to the next one. Get to the next load.
So then, bring that in. So then you have to talk to Zion or
she understood
like Zion about raising his standard. Or
but did what I'm saying.
If he not, because he don't have to, If he not, he got to understand that this part of the dirt that come along with fucking with shit on this level.
Oh,
You
yeah,
fucking with shit.
you're gonna be under scrutiny on every level now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you messing with a chick who gonna let you slide in the DM and smash and go on about your business
Right.
with very little strings attached,
Right.
you gotta know that this type of shit is possible, bro.
Discretion. This is the importance of
power,
discretion.
bro, you gotta really play that situation so clever. And you gotta also understand, I'm serious, bro. This shit crazy. Like, you gotta really understand that whatever female you decide to bless in that way, where you gonna, you know what I'm saying, be intimate with her, you're giving her power. So you got to think about it like that. Like, people like Zion, any dude who got power, it don't really matter, because it's the affinity for power that women have on any level.
Yeah.
You can just be the best dude out of the 5 dudes in your area, and chicks in your area gonna be like, oh, we like that dude.
Well, you understand. I mean, if you really look at the dynamics, if you really look at the dynamics of, like, you know, the male and female relationships, it's the man's purpose to acquire power, and women are just natural manipulators of power. And I'm not putting the negative or positive energy, because I mean it's a man who provides the structure of a home, and then it's the woman who provides the atmosphere of the home. So how you feel, the man provides the structure, and then the woman provides how it feels to be in that structure, the actual atmosphere of it, the energy of it. So and in order to do that, you have to manipulate she's not manipulating the structure, she's manipulating the energy within the structure. And so the thing is as you know, a woman are natural manipulators, good or bad. You had you know, like, what's her name? What's her name that Snoop Dogg talks to, that went to jail? Martha Stewart made her wealth and fortune manipulating the energy of households. But she used it productively, constructively, and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it was
women gonna use their energy to either build you up or tear you down.
Right.
I agree with that. I'm just saying, in this situation, if Zion did not want to participate in this, because he could have fully just chose to, you know, every now and again, I'm gonna go around the way and just see what's up. I'm gonna roll the dice. That could also be a thing that he just is into.
So, well, yeah, at a certain
then it's a moot point. But what I'm saying is, in this situation, really, and just applying what we talking about for as standards, like what standards men have to have. A man in power got to have the standard where he understands, and he's very clear-minded, that he understands, first of all, if you're in power, you can't be thinking what you did. That's off the table. Not if you plan on keeping or amassing even more power.
That goes what we were talking about with the Black Man Playbook. That dig this.
That got to be off the table. That got to be off the table.
So we can't follow the Hugh Hefner. We can't follow the Hugh Hefner ideals. We can't follow.
Unless you're gonna make your fortune by having sex with the women, because that's what Hugh Hefner did.
Okay.
He made his fortune by taking photographs of women who he moved in with him and then fucked. Now, if you're gonna manipulate the game that,
he basically was pimping pictures, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So if you're gonna manipulate the game like that, then go ahead. Yeah, that's a different type of game.
He basically,
that's a whole nother.
We talking about what's going on right now. Like, first of all, the brother standards are in the basement. He tripping. The brother is beyond tripping. Out of anybody in this situation, I'm really looking at the brother like, bro, you need a rearrangement. You damn near need a lobotomy, bro. You spazzing. In your mind right now, you and your sister, you're objectifying your sister to the point where it's normal for you to think about her as a product. It's normal for you to think about your sister like a whore. Like, no, that's your sister. Like, if you can't think about her as a person who deserves your utmost protection, this type of dude right here, going back to what we talked about some time ago, what this type of dude right here telling me is, he shouldn't be trying to get no girlfriend. He ain't finna do no female right now.
Oh no,
he ain't finna do nothing but shit on females right now.
That's all he about to do. All he about
Straight
to
up.
do. Yeah.
So his other standard should be, bitch, I'm unavailable. I'm trying to work on me. I can't do it. Now, if you wanna, what you just told him, Steve, if you cool with me dropping the load off right before I go pick another one up,
Right.
and I'm up front with you about that, we both grown, we both 21 and up. So okay, cool. But other than that, but no, bro, dangerous. If he willing to do this to his sister, imagine, bro. Imagine what you willing to do to somebody who you feel like supposed to kind of listen to you and do what you want them to do.
But think about it though,
bro. Wild.
I'm with you on the brother, but I'm besides that, because I don't worry about them, like, you know what I'm saying, like, because they got a whole nother psychology, bro.
Yeah.
So
Zion grown. He doing what he do.
Yeah.
So that's on him.
I got you, but I mean, God, come on, bro.
Nah, ain't no come on.
I did come on, because this the second time you getting caught up with big booty white bitch on IG.
So what they tell you? This your thing. You
That's it. Why is that your thing?
I don't know. I do like the salt toes. Dudes like different stuff. I don't know.
All right, I got you on that, but do they gotta? I mean, get a beautiful one though.
Well,
you're rich.
Here's the thing.
Really rich. You can go get you a beautiful big booty white bitch.
He don't want that.
Just have huh?
When he has a chance to choose, because he has a chance to choose from a wide variety of selections.
Yeah, he does.
He is consistently choosing slick, ugly, big booty Caucasian women. So what I'm telling you is, you gotta now, not you personally, but I'm saying the rest of us, we gotta accept that that's his thing. Like dudes like fat girl, like dudes like ugly girl.
That's what I'm talking about, raising the standard, man.
No, you can't say that man to raise that standard.
Bro, so you gotta be able to. What I'm saying is, that's
the same as a fine chick to
status. If you at that status, bro, and it ain't like a nigga like me and you. Like you gotta, it's certain things you gotta be disciplined about, and your image matters when you're at that level. So you gotta understand, you gotta move in a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why he's sliding in their DM.
No,
that's
why he got the right here.
But see, he can get caught up like this. This not gonna derail his image. Him getting caught up sliding in a chick DM who's consensually having relations with him. No, he's straight, bro. That man young and like ugly big booty girls. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That his thing. Just like dude like fat girl, bro.
That what I'm talking about. Fat girl. You did what I'm talking about.
See? What wrong with that? That man can like fat girl. What wrong with that?
I ain't, bruh.
Hold on, so you trying to tell
me? As you can see, Mac is very body positive.
What I'm saying is, you trying to tell me? No, I am positive.
That's the body positive movement. That's body positive.
That's body positive.
I recognize that dudes and chicks like different stuff in each other. Like, I understand. I done been around dudes who absolutely love big girls. They're not attracted to girls who are at average or, slimmer than average weight.
Well, there's a theory though.
I don't think nothing is wrong with that.
Right.
I am not saying nothing is wrong. I'm not saying nothing is wrong.
There's a theory that says that some guys have a certain preference just due to what's available to them. That what their original preference was for probably what most men want, but because
there is no what most men want, we all want different stuff.
Well, I understand that, but part of that comes to availability and access. If you don't have,
you gonna ride out on what you got access to. So if you're not trying to really raise up and get to a level where you can attract a different dick, or a different female, you know what I'm saying, different type of female, then that's not that's different than saying you just like to smash big girl. Do you
That's
understand
exactly
what I'm
what that
saying?
is.
Like, do you
You know what I'm
Well,
understand?
saying? So,
the thing
if
is
bro,
that
if you keep it
that's
with a
not really
female,
your true. If you're, that means that you're a product of your
no, we
environment at
can't
that
tell
point.
them folk.
You're a
So you
product
trying to
of
tell me?
you're a product of your limitations and a
So you
product
trying
of
to tell
your
me that all
environment,
of us on this
not
call
what you
then?
really, not what you really would actually be if you
All
had
right,
no limitations. You feel what
all
I'm
right.
saying?
So you
And
telling me that all of us on this call then,
I'm like,
basically,
if
we
Rihanna,
don't know.
if
We
you
don't
had
know
no,
what we really like then. That what you telling me based on this thought process? Because none of us have been exposed to every kind of female.
well, it doesn't
No,
have to.
bro.
You
You know,
know,
we
you
like the
have.
quantile paradigm. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, we only been afforded the women. You just said if we only be around the women who we got access and availability to, which is the only women we done been around,
Mhm. I'm listening.
right?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
You ain't just got dropped off in a spot with a female from wherever.
Well, here's the thing.
You been around
We're
women
talking
in
about
Atlanta. You been
when I
around
say
women in Texas.
when I
I've been
say
around women
access,
in Atlanta or
when I
wherever
say
I go.
when I also say
Hold up.
access, when I say access, I don't just mean I just don't mean proximity. I mean access to, let's say that Rihanna was your next door neighbor, but
That's
she's not.
proximity, Steve.
What's that?
That's proximity.
Right, and I'm saying I'm not. When I say access, I'm not just saying proximity, meaning that I'm not determining it based off of whether or not whether or not you're close to the women that you want. I'm saying, do you have access to the women that you want at all? So let's say that your neighborhood was all Rihanna's, but you don't have access to any of them
How would you
because
not
they
have access
want.
to them if you live in the same neighborhood where they collect mail at?
I mean, if Rihanna is your next door neighbor, are you smashing?
No,
You
I'm not
can't.
saying you smashing. You just said it's a whole neighborhood of Rihanna's
What I'm
though.
saying is, when I
So
say
I'm saying the
access,
You
probability
missing
of
what he's
me
saying, man.
snatching
I'm
one
saying
Rihanna in a neighborhood of Rihanna's where we all live, which
right,
means we all make a similar amount of money, which means we all have a similar standard of living because we all choose to live in this exact same area. And
right.
if it's all Rihanna's, we probably got an HOA, which means we pay extra money to live the way we live.
I'm
How do
saying
I not have
what,
access to
what
one
I'm
of them?
saying is that, let's say we're assuming. I want to simplify this. I want to
Okay,
simplify my example. So
okay.
you understand the behavior behind what I'm saying, or the logic behind what I'm saying. The idea is that if if it is true, and let's just say in general that most men, let's say 90% of men, believe that Rihanna is one of the finest women on the planet. And I'm just saying in general, let's just say she's way up there,
Let
right?
me say this though.
And
You can't make
I'm saying that if
wrong.
that's what 90% of men want, and then but men can't get access to, but they can get access to very heavy set, very large, very body positive sized women, that they end up just saying, well, you know what, I'm not even going to be bothered, even trying for Rihanna's because I don't have access to them. They don't want me, so I'll just go with what wants me. But that's not really, and I'm saying psychologically, I don't really think that was their true, where their heart was
Right.
at to begin with. They've just had to adapt to what they had access to. They had access
Which
to
all men do.
large women.
Which
They didn't.
all we
I'm
do.
not
All that do that.
disagreeing with that. Listen
Right,
to what I'm saying though.
and I'm saying that I'm saying that doesn't have to do with proximity. Let's say that Rihanna was your next door neighbor, but you still couldn't get access. You couldn't be her boyfriend,
That
girlfriend.
means you
Right.
can't
Let's
pull
say you don't have
Shawty,
access.
Steve.
Huh?
If she stay next door to you
Right.
for a long time and you never pull
Right.
her, that means you can't pull her.
Right. And I'm
That don't
saying
mean
that,
you don't
and I'm
got access. That means you was denied.
what that's the
I
denial,
mean, you don't have
denial,
access.
denial of access.
No,
No.
this is
Denial
what
of
I'm
access.
saying. You had a chance. She didn't like you. That can happen with anybody. So listen to what I'm saying.
Right.
This is all I'm telling you.
Well,
I
I'm saying
understand.
right, which is why I said, in order to control the narrative, I'm saying the entire neighborhood is Rihanna's. All
I got
Rihanna's,
what you're trying to get at.
so
But
you
listen
so
what you're saying,
it's not like you don't have access because they live in another state. You don't
No,
have
what I'm
this.
telling you.
You don't have
I
access
agree
for
that.
one reason or another.
I agree to that, but check this out.
Right.
You're saying basically, since the person who I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get because I tried to get them
Right.
and it didn't work out.
Right. So then
And so
you
what I did in response to that is
the sour grapes.
I just settled for the people who actually wanted me.
Right. And then
That's
you
what you're saying.
and then that ends up becoming your preference.
No,
But
no,
not
no, we're
your
agreeing.
true.
Listen, Steve.
Right.
We're agreeing. That's not your preference. That's
Right.
what you settled for.
Right.
That's different than a preference.
Well,
That's
That's
not
what
the
we
same.
saying, bro. Most men settle for what they can get based
Most
on their
people
circumstance.
settle for what they can get. So that ain't gender based.
Ooh,
They
no.
settle for what they can get.
Most people settle for what they can get.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
In her case, she
All right.
can't get.
No, hold up. Can we not agree that that's literally people based? That's not a man or a woman thing right there. That's most people work hard. If something don't work
No,
out,
I'm talking
time
about
and
in
time again,
relationship. I'm talking specifically in
specifically
relationship.
within relationship. Do what I'm saying. If a man tries to go after a certain caliber of woman over and over and over again, and he never gets her, but there's a whole other group of women of women who are, they like bet. You can talk to us whenever, right? He'll typically settle for somebody in that group, right? What I'm saying is on the opposite side,
Bro,
if a female, for example,
pause.
is trying to talk to,
Pause.
what you mean pause? You don't
This is
agree
what
with
I'm
that?
saying. Because
Hold on,
because
let
a
me finish my
man,
point before you go in.
if he want that chick, bro, if he want
You gotta
those
let me finish,
levels,
bro.
listen, bro.
Bro, hold
Let me
on, let
make
me
that
finish
point,
my
then I'm gonna
point
let you
first.
roll. All I'm saying is just to come at that point,
Go ahead.
like when a man, if he like, hey, I keep shooting my shot and I ain't reaching this level of chick, but I know these chick want me, but I don't want them. I want these chick. He gonna figure out what it is so he can whatever you need to do to get those chicks.
Yeah, he
Like I don't know, like that's how I would approach it. Like if I want something, I'm gonna go get that shit. Like
Bro,
I
that's
don't
not
even
most
settle
people
for
though.
that. I want
Depends
that.
on
You
the
see what I'm saying?
dude.
I want that.
No,
You
we're
feel what
talking
I'm
about
saying?
mathematically meaning most
So-
people,
so-
like the majority of the population. That's not what they do.
Hey, when just one real quick. I want to hear JB's opinion. I ain't heard much from JB. What's good with your player? What's your opinion on this?
Nothing much, man. My opinion on that. I just really think like if you going after like a certain caliber of women, like Tuck said, like you ain't gonna be like on no bullshit if you want her.
You
You
know
know,
what you gotta do.
so you gonna be like presentable over. Be honest, if you know you gonna see her, you know what I'm saying. You gonna be G to fuck up. You might shit. Put on the cologne you ain't never wore in a while. Goddamn me, you might spruce your hair, brush
Gonna
your
buy a
teeth.
new shirt.
You know what I'm saying? Iron your shirt, go take it to the cleaners, have fresh drawers, fresh socks,
So now
brand
Fresh,
you
new shoes.
fresh.
hold on. I want you guys to understand that you're assuming that what we just said is now not true. We just said in the scenario that you tried to do all of that and it just didn't work. They
Okay.
just said no.
Hey, it might not work for her, but it could
No,
work
but
for
what I'm telling you is
a woman.
if
Like,
you keep going after that caliber of female and they keep saying no, wow, you have another group of women
What I'm
right
saying
here
is you gonna smash those women,
who are saying
but you
yes.
gonna want that.
she like
I'm
my
not telling you what you want. I'm talking
already-
about what you end up settling for,
my,
who
my
you end up
That's what I'm
actually
saying.
being
Like if
with
you
in an actual relationship. Because if these women keep on denying you, you're not in relationship with them.
nah, what I'm saying is what JB is saying. Like if you know the caliber of chick that you gotta go that you want, you know what I'm saying? Now and even though there's a range on that end, right? So we understand that. So when you walk into that arena and you want those caliber of females, there's a certain way you know you got to be on point. You know what I'm saying? Like because every nigga that holler at those chicks are on point for
But
the
that's
most
still
part
don't
and
guarantee
on
you
certain
a
degrees.
yes
So what I'm
from them.
saying is if
Or
you
like-
want that, bro, and if you keep shooting your shot, law of probability gonna falls in your favor.
so you
You're
gotta
gonna end up with
some of them
those
like
what you want if you keep improving and keep getting.
That's
Like,
not
okay,
the point
cool.
that we're discussing, though. We're not
That
discussing.
is the point we're discussing because
No,
that
listen what
depends
I'm
on the
saying.
person. What I'm
We
saying
just
is
went through the whole scenario of you saying basically women settle, men don't settle. All I
No,
was saying is
no.
that's what we just said. We just
I'm
went over
saying,
that point.
I'm saying
That was the whole
is
purpose of me even starting talking about this.
what I'm saying
Because
here, bro. What I was getting at is actually the flip side. To be honest, I was saying is women typically don't have the mindset to settle. Men will be like make the logical choice. I agree with you on that. Like they'll end up making the logical choice. But what I'm
so
saying
how they
is
doing both on top? How they
they
going
are
hard
because
like
they
you
still,
just said
but
It's a
they'll
and making
cost
the
benefit
logical choice?
understand
analysis.
what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
It's a cost benefit analysis that men
That's what
make.
I'm trying to say. It's
So
not
then
a
they still settle. It's still not gender based.
and it
The-
is
the-
because on the flip side, women don't. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
They
Women will
damn
not.
sure do. Women would much rather be with the super rich nigga that it's only one of, but they don't get him because only one of maybe 7 chicks get him. The other 47,000 chicks
And
got to settle with a nigga who in the middle
of
class.
would deal with them. They don't want to be the only
That's
one.
literally what happens every day. We know that. A lot of the women want the super baller dude, but recognize it's only 10 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and rock out with one of these 50,000 regular dudes. That's literally what happens every single day in relationships. So
I do agree with that. The issue is that what we've been experiencing, particularly in the American black neighborhoods, are that women aren't even settling at all. They're just settling for no man at all,
That's what they
which
doing.
which is reflect.
That's what I'm getting.
And we're like we're not even. It's not even that women are saying, you know what, I can't get me a Morris Chestnut or a Shamar Moore or whoever the new. I'm going by like early '90s
okay, I
or
got what you're saying.
right, but I can't
And you
get
saying
one.
they out there to
So
be
let
by
me let
themselves.
me
That's what
let
they'll
me
rather settle for.
right. Let me get Harold with the overalls, but
That's
he's a
still
plumber.
settling though. They don't have
Huh?
to settle with a dude. That's still settling.
That's
Well,
true.
here's
It
well,
ain't no. I can do that.
here's the thing. At
That ain't
some
the
point,
attitude, bro.
at
That's
some
their
point,
choice. Everybody
when you
making their own choice out here. We
well,
all
it's
making our
true.
own choice.
It's true, but here's the thing. The problem is that it's almost becoming to the point of being unsustainable as a as a familiar structure that
I
continues to
agree.
go on.
Hey, I would say it's more and more black people getting married now.
I think the pandemic helped because folks were like, "Damn, I'm truly by myself. I'm really ass out like a fat girl in the thong,
No,
but
yeah,
I'm really,
that's
really,
They lock
really
this bitch down. I'm really by my damn self.
right.
no.
It's some shit
My
That's
like
a
that.
whole
only
lot
my
of settling.
This black power like movement.
That's a
That's
whole lot of settling.
It's hard. It's hard to get your only fans
No,
funded when your fans don't got no money and no jobs.
what.
you know what I'm saying?
I just want to
Hey,
point out you went straight to
You
internet
you gonna have
horror,
to come.
Steve.
You gonna have to.
You
You
gotta
gonna have
raise
to.
your standards, Steve. Come on, man. You
what?
went
You gonna
straight
have
to internet
to.
horror.
You gonna have to do meetups or something.
Golly.
I mean,
You have to.
we speaking in general, bro. We just
We
talking
talking about
shit.
the
I'm
standard.
playing.
In
I'm
general,
playing.
that ain't even
We
make for the
talking shit.
chicks.
I'm,
We
just, I'm
talking
That's
playing
a
shit.
with.
small
I'm
slice.
playing. I'm fucking with y'all. I'm playing with
We
y'all.
talking
But
shit.
the point I'm making is that you might have to do a little something stranger for a stranger.
Hey,
Hey, look,
hey, like,
I'm gonna be real with you, bro.
hey, cuz I'm like this.
I'm gonna be
Hey, you
real.
do everything that you can, right? And she still say no, but you
hmm
always know what she want, right?
hmm
Boom, change your way to that
hmm
way. Now you starting to build no matter what. When the next time she come around, she gonna be like, man, you seem different.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
now she think like, what's different about him? What is he doing? Ooh. Now she's starting to feel attracted. Now you like, I don't even want you no more.
Yeah,
Now
like,
I'm different. You know,
bro, man.
And I go with that to
A
this
going.
degree
man
right
that
here.
rocks in his purpose, man, gonna be attractive. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
because that's
Man
what I'm
that
about to
just
get ready to say. Your standard, bringing it back to the topic, bro. Your standard shouldn't even be tied to no female. Like,
no,
and that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like, so
some people are though. I'm talking about you talking
not
understand,
like
bro.
about the
you.
class
What
of
I'm saying is like your standard of female need to be tied to how you want. What I'm saying is everything that revolve around you, bro, in your aspect of life should be tied to your purpose, and
It
that's
should
gonna make
radiate
you
from within. I agree
exactly.
with
Right.
that.
That's gonna attract
I
to
think.
the female that you want.
But it already do though.
but a
To be
lot of
honest,
Yeah.
You
You
do
do it
it right.
anyway.
It already do.
That's
Based
how
on what
Zion keep ending up with ugly white girl.
why,
But
nah,
Irritating.
he ain't
I do
attracted to it.
find
He
Man,
going to get
Zion
that. See,
look
that's
like
the
a
thing.
thumb, man. That nigga look like
He
a
got
thumb.
more of a selection.
That's what
I
his mind
noticed that
was.
a man a
Fine.
man's goals. What I find is
That's what I was
Zion
talking
look
about.
like
His
a little
standard.
black dragon.
what I find about a man is a man's goals tends to be to gather energy, to acquire energy, but his woman tends to help refine how he acquires the energy and how
She
he
motivation,
and
bro. She give him a reason.
what he creates with that energy.
She got to
Uh,
inspire.
uh,
She give him
uh,
a
uh,
reason, bro. Just
yeah,
like
I
an
mean,
ocean.
because most men wouldn't care. Most men don't care about.
Yeah, we
Most
all
men
know
care
that.
only about function. They don't really care about form. It's
I
more
say
like
this.
just
Now I'm
get
What's
the
gonna be
different
real.
job done.
about man and woman, on to be honest with you, if it weren't for female?
Right.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Our motivations will be totally different.
A man would go down in looks, right, to get a woman that appeals to those aspects of him. If he likes something physical about her, he'll go down and looks like you said. He'll settle in the look department to get the bonus on the back end. If she can inspire him, she could be a woman, and she
But
can
that only is if he understand that though, Tuck.
well
That
he
only
gonna
if he
understand
understand that.
by how that woman radiates that. You know what I'm
No, I'm
saying?
talking about that's only if that man understand how valuable it is to have that type of energy in their life. Because I think that part of the problem
Well,
with
a
the
man on
standard
his
that's
purpose
not set.
does. A man that's on his purpose definitely understands the value of that
Fact.
kind of woman.
It's about
So long as he understand that standard, you gonna attract that.
Yeah. A
And then
man.
now you gotta
You're gonna
decide if
attract that just because you demand it, bro.
you
Like
gonna
the
settle
way
for
you
shorty
move,
who
you
shit
demand it.
ugly, or you gonna go for something extra. If you like extra, this all I'm saying is if you like ugly girl, bro, fuck the rest of
Bro,
them
no,
motherfuckers who told you
you
your
just
girl
like
ugly. Like that ugly girl, bro.
hey,
Love her.
Listen.
Love
What?
her like she Rihanna. When we ask you where your Rihanna at, point to her and be
Oh,
dead serious. Straight up.
and be dead serious.
Man, you better be.
hey,
all right.
money can fix a lot.
I mean, yeah, it can. It can't fix ugly. Not all the way.
It
So,
can't
It
so,
can
fix
dress
Money,
ugly
them
all the
up.
way, Joe.
so,
money
It
can
can
fix a
dress.
lot.
It can
right
make you
now,
look
it can
better, but it
right
can't
now, it
fix
like
you.
a tub
That's what I'm
thumbs.
talking about.
Yeah,
Hey,
it can dress it up. You can put some hellified band-aids on ugly.
oh my
But
God. Oh, we putting band-aids to fix it. Oh man.
it different. See, dude, I'm gonna
Oh,
tell you
shit.
though.
How your
Let's say,
girl look
okay,
if you need
nah,
band-aids
do
to
what I'm
fix
saying.
her face?
Hey,
Nah, do what I'm trying to say,
How
bro.
your girl
Real life.
tell
how your girl look?
the woman you
No,
can get.
You need
Tell
if you
the
need
woman that you don't want.
band-aids to fix
Steve-O.
your girl?
Steve-O, do what I'm trying to tell you. Do what I'm trying to tell you. It's just the same way like I think about a female with long or short hair. Like, I don't care personally. I don't care if your hair long or if it's short, right? Do what I'm
All right.
saying. I just think you should be comfortable in what you rock,
Okay.
and you should be comfortable with the dudes who you attract with what you rock. So if you know your
Okay.
hair short and you attract you a dude who you feel like is attractive and he like your short hair, go with it.
Okay.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying, but that's my preference. Now you got some dude who gonna think that way. You got other dude who not gonna think that way. And what I'm saying is for men and women,
Mm-hmm.
just find you somebody who where you at right now
Okay.
can be motherfucking amenable with you and also understand that y'all gonna grow somewhere. Y'all gonna grow forward if y'all
Right,
build
right.
anything
But
together.
what I'm saying is it has to
Okay.
be understand, man. In any relationship, y'all gonna grow. Y'all only gonna no matter what the woman does, unless he's like the guy that's like totally like not a leader and let her lead. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the woman does, they only gonna go as far as he takes them. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Yeah, I agree with that to this point right here. If no matter who, no matter what's going on in a relationship, if one person is an adult and is moving with purpose and both people love each other and are willing to work, then they both can start moving that way. Cause like, okay, for example, in that scenario you just said, let's say bro not there yet. He not there. He not no fucked up dude. He just not there. He ain't thinking like that yet. But he get with a female. We understand that females a lot of time be psychologically more mature. emotionally
Right.
more mature than men. Okay.
Especially younger.
She can't necessarily go and do it because it's his walk. He gotta walk it. But she might point out the fact that in they space, in they safe space, she might point out the fact that, like, okay, cool, this way you should be walking. And if he trusts her and take them steps, then he might actually realize within himself, oh, I'm affirming, yes, this is why I should be walking. Or I'm able to say clearly, no, this is not why I should be walking, because I should be walking this way. But I know that I should not be walking this way now, or I know that I should not be walking this way now because you helped point that out. So what I'm saying is, I agree with what you're saying, but I agree with it to the extent that in a relationship, it's still two energies, and there are certain things that if one of the energies is participating in, it can bring the other energy along.
Allow
But
me to
to your
elaborate.
point, we are
So,
still
so
only going as far as the dude.
we take that same scenario and we say, hey, like you said, guy ain't there. He's still a good dude. He not there yet. You know what I'm saying? If that woman is in her true femininity and understands that, hey, I got a dude that really has a lot of potential. All he needs is a little direction and inspiration. So you provide, you provide that. You be that. And
So
then that,
so
that
you're adding
allows for
value.
what you
You're
said.
adding
That
value
allows
to the relationship. You're adding
right.
value to it.
You adding value, you bringing your value as a woman to the relationship to enhance the growth. You feel what
Facts.
As
I'm saying?
as
And that
opposed to doing what though? As opposed to doing what in this
as
case?
Ain't got to
opposed
be opposed to none.
Well,
well,
I'm
it
saying
is a
there's a
flip side to that.
contrast.
It is a flip
There's a
side.
contrast to you have the ideology of saying, hey, I see the potential in this person. I can help them reach it. I'm going to add the necessary. I'm going to add an addition. I'm going to add value.
I
I'm
see
going
what
to
you're saying.
enhance. And I'm saying that
And
in
she go
contrast,
build him up or tear him down. That's the contrast. She go tear
tearing
him
him.
down.
And how would or simply just extract or
She would
absorb
use, she would
or
use it
take.
to move forward. Use the energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
He could be, because more than likely the type of dude we talking about right now have a
Okay,
potential as a young dude. But
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
It's a young dude. So okay, cool. You go use the youth for energy, and then when
Mhm,
you pull on that energy and you feel good, then you go
mhm,
just move forward because you don't use them up.
right.
So I don't disagree with that. But then I just said that out loud, and it got me to thinking, like, we ain't gotta talk about hypotheticals. Like, we can talk about the real standard, bro. The real standard really just should just be from within yourself, bro. You should be able to articulate. For example,
Hmm.
you should try to make decisions. The proverbial you should just try to make decisions that are more constructive than destructive in your life. And if
Oh,
a motherfucker can't figure that out, then exercise whatever skills you got. Everybody can count to 10. Okay, cool. Take 10 decisions you making every day and make sure at least 6 of them motherfuckers are constructive
that would put it in the
out of
majority.
every 10. So you
Six
can get in the
six out of ten.
majority.
6 out of 10 is the majority of
That's
what
the
you.
baby majority. If you can get there on the front end, just getting yourself into a situation, you can start erecting a standard. But that really what our issue is, you know what I'm saying, as just as men in America
Yeah.
right now. And when I'm talking about men, I'm talking about us specifically as black men in America. It's
Hmm.
so easy to live without a standard that most of us done just did it.
bro. Because we in an environment that don't have standards.
But that's what I'm saying. I know I mean. I just don't say it's easy.
It's a
You know.
it's a cycle.
You know what our
And you got to
standard.
choose to not be a part. You gotta make a conscious effort to not participate in it, especially
You
where we
know
come from.
you know where our level of standard actually is at right now. We really believe that we the shit if we say that we did our one good thing for the day.
And that ain't no,
We
we don't
we
believe
we
that.
we really doing something if we say I did my one good task for the day.
And I
That's where
think
our
everybody
standards
gotta
at.
have their own
But
standard. So let
we
me
one
ask
of the
y'all
good
this.
guys. We one of the good guys if we do it one time a day.
Let me ask y'all this. With that being said, what's y'all personal standard?
As far as
Mm.
I'm saying like
in
personal
particular,
standard,
just
like the one, like I tell you my personal standard to help you frame what I'm saying. So my standard is I make choices and I focus my choices through the lens of my choices
I
got to
got you.
improve the quality of life for me and my family. and I'm talking about my
That's
immediate
your
family.
life
So, like,
philosophy, though. You know what I'm saying?
like
That's
no, that's like a standard of how I choose stuff on a daily basis. Like
right.
on a regular day, when I think about stuff, I think about it through that lens. Like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, and it can be simple stuff to not simple stuff, but I just approach it like that. Like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, is there any way I could think about this where it's gonna benefit me and the family, or me or the family, right? And if it's gonna benefit, if it's an or, it can't cause detriment to the other part. So
What
if
I'm
it's an
saying.
and, then it's
So,
cool. If it's an
so
or, it can't cause detriment.
I think
okay,
And so like
that's just decision making. You know what I'm
that's how I
saying?
make, that's a standard though. That
that's a
creates a whole standard life, bro. Like in my life anyway.
that
It
sounds like
covers all of my
a
decisions.
kind of that's so
Make
that's more or
decisions.
less a philosophy of do no harm, is what you're saying.
No, I'm not talking about do no harm. I harm the shit out of motherfucker. Like I'm telling you, this is an actual standard that's erected. This is the bar. Everything has to go over this bar in order for it to work. In order for me to do it, it got to go over this bar. That's all the standard is. It's a
Right,
criteria where you say if this shit don't meet this, then it's not that. If it ain't got 4 wheels, 4 doors, and a windshield, it's not a car.
right.
That's all the standard is.
I
So
do things like this, bro.
Okay, so
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
truly it's define your it's a defining of your world and your lifestyle, and
Yeah,
you're
that was kind of car.
holding
Yeah,
it to that
I got what he's saying.
and
You know
holding
what I'm
it
saying?
to that
Like each
definition.
one. You know what I'm saying? You might have multiple, but I was just describing to you all one that I use at a core that helps drive a lot of other things, but that's one that's just at the core. You know what I'm saying? That I just live with on a regular. Now, it don't took years and years of practice. Like it's not magic at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But it took years of practice, but it's kind of like a thing now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a standard now. It's just like saying you're gonna do 100 push-ups every day. You're gonna
right,
get up and do them, or you didn't do them. So either you met the standard or you did not meet the standard. If you did
Yeah.
200, you exceeded that motherfucker. Like that's how simple we have to make it in our life, bro, because that's the only way that we can really chart our effectiveness and then improve our effectiveness. Like as
okay,
men, like if you like any standard that we create, if we say, like I just said, if you say I want to be more physically fit, or I want to be more, cause that's some boom, that's some men on Ronald. You know remember Ronald went to school with. Me and him work out at Planet Fitness now. Me and him, I was just telling him about this, but if you got as a man, you gotta decide that you're gonna be physically, mentally, emotionally, and as much as you possibly can be, which should be to a large degree, financially equipped to deal with the daily demands of life, right? On your behalf, and if you're a man, on the behalf of your family too, because this is some shit that we assume. We already know that now I done pull these folk with me, they under my umbrella. I ain't under their umbrella, they under my umbrella. You did like
okay,
so boom, okay. So if that the case, then that becomes a regular daily standard, right?
okay,
So part of your daily walk is now, okay, I got to be doing something to contribute to my physical, mental, emotional, and financial upbringing or uplifting on the
okay,
daily in order to make sure I'm there. Then you can chart that. A motherfucker can literally tabulate that now. You did. You can do it digital or you can do it hard copy, but you can chart that and then really look at that. And then as a man, what happens is that triggers some intrinsic things inside us because we logic and like mission oriented. So
right,
as you
right,
chart it, you'll start to see it. But beyond the charting, I'm talking about the concept. That's
okay.
how simple we have to make them standards, bro. Because until we can do that and start to and we just got to do that and live up under it. That's all I'm really trying to say. Like it's just different ones. It don't got to be none of the ones I just said.
I think,
What it is don't
bro,
matter as much as having it and upholding it.
Today's man has usually been affected by video games, and what I find about video games that we as men have always enjoyed is the fact that video games gives us clear objectives most of the time for us to accomplish something. And the video game teaches you the concept of your primary objectives and secondary. And so when you're wanting to accomplish something, which is to win whatever this game is, that you have protocols that you have to follow, and there are missions that you have to do, and you have
a way to do it.
Right.
There's a way to do it.
Right, and there's an order, again, an order of operations, which is a song that Tuck put me on with Big Boy from Outkast, but he did a song called Order of Operations, which is doing things in the proper order to get the best result. It's they teach that they taught us that in math, where if you're given a formula with numbers in it, that there's an order in how you do the calculations, because if you don't do it in order, you'll actually, even though you're using all the same numbers, if you do it out of order, you'll actually get a different result and get the wrong answer. So and that can be applied to life. But again, in order to do things in an order, you need to have a standard by which you can compare how to do things in the proper order. If going to jail is your objective, there is an order of operations to get there. If you want to be successful in wealth and health, there's an order of operations to accomplish that. In order to get a good woman and a girlfriend and or a wife, there is a standard that you can apply in an order of operations.
There's a way to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's a standard to have all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what I've noticed between when you guys have talked in the past is, I think that you guys have debated whether, as men, we know that there's an order of operations to get stuff done. And I think what Tuck has been bringing to light is, he's been saying that women, there's a order of operations for how women should behave, and that the standards haven't been upheld anymore. Not to say that standards haven't been upheld for men as well, but men tend to say, okay, if men make a standard the objective, and there is a clear objective to reach that men can see, is like, yo, if I go for this, I can get this result. Men tend to say, okay, I'm gonna go for it. But if there is no clear benefit based off of what they got going on in their life, or if they don't feel that it's relevant, then why uphold the standard that's not going to give me the benefit that I want? And so, but in women's case, it doesn't really matter, because they tend to just get the benefits anyway. Right. So I think, wait. Well, debate. Well, tell me, say that one more time, and that way that I can truly be clear.
So you kind of swimming there for a minute.
Oh, my fault. I said they don't standardize things the same way we do. The way we just described that, in that linear fashion, we have a mission, we make a plan, then we go for it. That's not the way they set up shit and then go attack it. That's not how they operate. But none of that got nothing to do with our topic, though, bro. We talking about for us.
No, but he's pointing it out. We understand that. That's part of the point he's making. Go ahead.
Like, I get what you're saying.
I'm
just gonna measure up by the way that we measure the standard. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand, though. They're not gonna live up to the same type of quota.
You're not.
Okay. Here's the thing. Obviously, obviously, we're not. The standards for men and women are clearly different, because the roles tend to be different, right. and so that's pure. The role tends to define the standard typically. Just like if you're a president of a company, your role is different than the mailroom guy or mail lady, whatever it is. So which is why relationships have standard roles, and so the point I'm making is that when I've heard you guys debate things before, what I've determined is that I think you and Tuck are debating the standard of what women are. Tuck is making the point that women aren't being held to standards. You're saying what you've been saying is that the standards for women are not the same. They're not. It's not the same, and thus they shouldn't be. They that some of the standards have not been advantageous for women, and not setting them up for a certain amount of success is what I glean from it. And so I understand that because you in a way it seems like some of the standards you feel are somewhat sexist and restricting, and for men they don't seem to be as much. So I get both points of view. I'm just saying that at some point, where are the standards going to be at? When will we settle for the standard? When at what point do you establish one, and establish one that is pretty much universally accepted and can be and is and after it's been implemented and then you study it and you can say yes, it's produced miraculous wonderful results that would be good for you know for us as a people.
I mean, several standards like that exist. If we're
Okay.
talking about creating that for ourselves,
Okay.
that's the answer. You have to create that for yourself. Um, who creates our standards? We create our standards. Of
Okay.
course, I think and understand that the standards that we have and the standards that women have are different. I think they're interdependent on one another, but they are different. Um, I don't really know another way around that point, but I just think that's just what it is. Like up is up and down is down. It's just different.
Okay.
But as far as our standards are concerned, who like men, we the people who erect our standards. So you can either choose to follow one of the standards that already exist, or several of the standards. You pick some, follow them that already exist. To your point, that have already been researched, that have already yielded results. That have some have living fucking students and witnesses. You know what I'm saying? It's certain standards you can uphold to do that, or you can create your own standard. That's the freedom of living in America, right there. All I'm saying is, as a man, because we are men, so I am much more equipped to talk to you about the inner workings of all that has to do with a standard as it applies to a man. What I'm
Okay.
saying is, if you don't have a standard, right, or you choose to not subscribe to a standard that is already existing and has been researched, and the results are to your liking, then start with something simple. Start with something that you can quantify. Start with something that you can tabulate. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So
And
Big Mac's first rule of standard for being a man that I recall is don't little boy yourself.
hell
In order
no, for sure.
in order in order to be a man, don't little
Don't
boy
be a boy
yourself.
yourself. You can't do it. You can't be
Now,
both, not
now,
at the same time. You can
well,
only be a little boy or a man.
Uh-huh.
You can't be a little boy and a man.
can't. It's impossible.
So, but that's what I'm saying. That would make it simple, bro. Like, so when you talking about men,
Hmm.
here's what I'm saying. I feel like we should take advantage of the luxury of the simplicity that we have. You got to lean into the simplicity. Your brain, to a large degree, really work in a logical, linear fashion.
Right.
Like you just said, you can outline something that you want, whatever it is. You can
Hmm.
even get creative after your ass been successful a few times.
Right.
If you lean into the work, you will achieve most of the stuff. And the stuff that you don't achieve, a lot of that stuff is stuff that you shouldn't be trying to fuck with no way. But that's how life works. It kind of teach you as you maneuvering if you're paying attention. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think part of that is understanding how to deal with the opposite sex and understanding where you fit in with that opposite sex, and understanding that your first fit in is not necessarily one of a sexual nature. Why that's gonna happen, why that's a physical thing. Your first your first thing from them to you because you came out of mama first. So your first relationship is a son, mama-son relationship. That's the first relationship you're gonna have with a female. You're gonna have that one, you're gonna learn about that type of relationship before you learn about a romantic relationship. So I'm just saying, applying the same process and the same logical, we have a logical and a linear mindset. Since that comes first, then I should understand the inner workings of that relationship first. I should understand how I add value to myself, how I add value to that relationship, and how that relationship add values to me.
So
So
what you're
that
saying?
when I
So
branch out, because that's what's actually happening. Now that I'm branching out, now I truly have a better understanding of how to deal with the opposite sex. Now,
so
that's just talking about the opposite sex. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? You have to have other conversations to talk about dealing with the same sex.
so what you're saying is that 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 the only place that I should be fitting in is not just the vagina when it comes to a woman's life.
I'm saying
I
that's
fit
not
in.
the first place you should be trying to fit in. No.
Okay. So how in your opinion, where does a man fit in a woman's life?
You
I
come
was
into
gonna
that life,
make a point
you
to that.
come
Go
in, you
ahead.
come into it, Steve. It depends on how you want to come in. That's not a
Okay.
one size fit all answer right there. Because everybody choosing. I'm in the mindset that we adults. So you choosing how you coming.
All
Are
right.
you can be coming. I'm gonna simplify it. You can be coming on some, to your point earlier. I'm just gonna drop a load off before I go pick another one up. You could be coming in that fashion,
And
right? You could be. You
could
could be
be.
coming
Could
in
be.
the fashion of you're in your life looking for something, and this is what you stumbled upon. So this might be what you're looking for. You could be coming in that fashion. You could be coming in the fashion of you're literally focused on what you're doing, and you just gonna allow the law of attraction to bring the female to you. You're gonna
Okay.
focus on your purpose and your path, and you're gonna
More.
just understand because you got different knowledge. You got a knowledge base that helps you understand. If I literally lock in to whatever my flow is, then
Mhm.
I'll literally attract the feminine energy to me.
So
That's
more of an organic.
you could do it that way as a man. As a man, you got several options of
Okay.
how you would like to play it.
Well, I think what Steve was asking is what is the again like what you were saying, like the responsibility of a female to a man, or
I
is
right.
there
How does well I'm saying because he was
right?
mentioning how a man fits into the world of a female, and I was just saying okay,
Right.
so because you've got men out there that believe that the only part of where they fit in with a woman is
Is a
between her,
vagina.
right?
Yeah, and
So
that's
and
just
Or
I'm
saying,
saying
or
I'm getting clarity from you as to
yeah,
say that there's
that's just a boyish man. That's just a man who's not finished growing yet. That's all.
so you little boy in yourself if you do that is what you're saying.
Yeah. You
Oh,
spreading yourself thin. Why are you doing that?
oh,
You literally, like you physically spreading yourself thin. You got to understand that you're giving away vital energy every time you deposit into the world. You got to be careful with that.
so, what if I only just want to spread legs open? Is I'm
Then you little boy yourself.
oh
Do that while you're a little boy. When you're a grown man, now you moved on to grown man things. Do that while you're a little boy. You was a
that,
teenager. You
okay.
literally was walking around with like a 12-hour hard
you're
on for about a
saying
year and a half of your life, nigga.
so what I'm saying is so what I hear from you is you're saying there's a standard.
We've been said there's several standards. Yes,
Okay. Okay. I
Or
just want to make sure.
so we live.
there's
So if
several standards. You can subscribe to one of them, or you can create your own.
but what if
One
I'm
or
trying
more
to
of
fit?
them, because you
What
don't
if
have
I'm
to
just trying?
subscribe to one.
What if instead of me just trying to fit myself only into a woman's vagina, what if I take it to the next level as a man's thinking and simply say, I shall fit myself into many vaginas? Then I would be big man in myself. Is that correct?
You know that's a lie, Steve. You just fucking
Oh,
around, dude. You
oh,
know that. You just
oh.
multiplied the same little boy. That's regular mathematics. If you
Wait.
multiply 1 times 1, it's the same one.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, bro, is apply that same
You talking
logic
about
to
quantity over quality at that point. That what
Well,
you
yeah,
gotta decide if that what you want.
we
If
we
that what
about
you
what.
want,
production.
Steve,
We scaling up the operation.
Listen, bro.
We
Look, this thing.
project managing now.
and
We
then now,
project.
okay, cool. Think about this. Even in that scenario,
Look,
you don't have an operation. All you're doing is spreading yourself thin because you're not. I hope you're not running around breeding with all these women and
I
just making
mean,
all these babies and leaving them all over the place like a fucking litter of puppies. So
oh
I
well.
hope you're not doing that. So if you're not doing that, then you literally just spitting out nut everywhere.
Well,
That's
let's
not
talk.
an operation.
But
That's
what if
nothing. That's
what
spinning
if
your
my
wheels. That's you in neutral.
but what if my
You're not
standard
moving
is
nothing.
raw as law? What if raw is law? Is what if raw is my
I'm
law?
not even. Then I just want to talk to you,
look, man.
and that's
Let me
okay
make
with
this
me. 'Cause
point,
I
man.
understand that's a real thing. There's certain people in the world who I just shouldn't talk to.
All
Just,
I'm saying is, bro, apply that logic when you say, I mean, because there's a lot of man or women that just trash dudes, and that shit be making me mad because I'm a man first of all, and I understand what a man has to go through to make anything of him, especially a black man,
mhm.
to make himself, some shit out here.
Okay.
So it pisses me off when I hear women bash men, and a lot of times they're bitter because of what they choose. You know what I'm saying? But they choose these things, and again, you pick, who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like your
Yeah,
relationships are reflective. So if you again, that's why I tell the man, like, if you're on your purpose, you continue with trying to improve on yourself. So if you're on that line, you're on that lineage, you're gonna attract what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the femininity or whatever. Like,
I agree.
you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get whatever you need at the time you need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. So I'm just saying the only thing I would say to that is I don't feel no
Hold on.
different by that type of female than I feel about a dude who doing the same thing.
Well, what I'm saying is it has to be. No, no,
I
I'm
feel
with you on
both.
that. I don't either,
Yeah,
and
both
I
of them.
no, I don't
Both,
either.
both
And
of them.
but what I'm saying is, I think society don't uh, agree with that. Like, a society doesn't. The
Society,
way.
look, we already know society not going to agree with nothing
No,
that's
no,
going to
no.
lead
Let me
to the
finish this.
restoration of our family. Talk. They not
That's
going
what
to
I'm
agree with it.
saying. So this is what
That's
we
harsh.
have to
That's
do.
rough.
This is what we
That's
have to
true.
do. We have to make our women aware of what they're being brainwashed to do.
Yeah,
How we have to make our women aware,
I don't disagree with that.
whether they like how it tastes or not, whether they like how it got down, how it better go
See,
down
I think
smooth or
that's
it
the
go down
part.
rough. They
Hold up.
gotta know that.
That's the part though, because if you with your lady and you in tune with her, you can make sure it's the flavor she needs, so she get what she goddamn needs.
Yeah, that's your lady. That's your lady. But what
That's
if
the
you
only
out
one you're
here?
responsible for.
What you no, bro? This
Well,
is
are
this
you?
is
Are
this is
you?
what
Do
we
you
talking
care?
about.
You're not
You're
responsible
Do you
for
care about?
changing
responsible,
the
right? So
mindset,
so this. All right. So I'm asking you
Are
this.
you responsible for your people?
not changing everybody
You
mindset.
ain't trying to
No,
change everybody, but what
So
you what
you.
you will
So
do
is
is,
that a yes or a no? Are you responsible for your people or not?
not trying to change their mindset. No, my responsibility ends before changing their paradigm. My
What,
responsibility to the average female extends to chivalry, extends to cases of protection in an emergency type situation.
all
That's
right. And
about it.
what's her responsibility to in
To me,
just in the
in that
social
same
dynamic
moment,
and the construct as black people in America and different genders, what do you see our responsibility to the women, and what are the women responsibility to the men?
that's what I'm telling you. I just told you. Chivalry and protection in emergency situations if it's not your lady, because we talking about women who not your lady.
okay.
So my responsibility to her is chivalry and
Okay, well,
protection
what's
in
the
emergency
responsibility to the
situations.
man?
Her
Okay.
responsibility to me is
No,
to
as,
literally,
as a collective.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's literally the reciprocal. Like it's the female version of chivalry, right? And I'm not
Okay.
saying
Well,
open the door for me, but I'm
how
saying
would you
like, for
how would
example,
you
do what I'm
define that?
saying.
Yeah,
Do what I'm
yeah, you
saying.
got to
For
define
example,
that.
if you pull up on me and you see I'm an educator, so I'm setting up my new office, right? Boom, I'm in there setting up the office, and you walk by, and you notice that goddamn ain't no plugins in that motherfucker, and I don't look like the type of motherfucker who know about plugins. You just holler at me and say, hey, you know they sell them Hawaiian plugins at Family Dollar. You know what I'm saying? You cash out me, I can get you a few I'm going this weekend. That's type of shit I'm talking about. You owe me that shit, and you owe me. I
What do you
want to
call?
say the emergency form of
How would you
protection,
call
but I
that?
don't know what the fuck that is. To be
What
honest
would
with
you
you,
what would you call that
I
if
just called it. I'm talking about the female
Right, you
version of
don't know what
chivalry.
that
That's the
is,
best
bro.
word I
You
got.
you don't know what that is.
I
is it
don't know
is
what
there
the I don't
would
know what
you
the female version of protection in emergency situations is.
They not they job is not to protect you. That's why.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the
well,
reciprocal is. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying the
well,
reciprocal of the first one is what I just explained to you in female chivalry. I don't know
would
the
it be
reciprocal of the
could it
second.
be could it
Their
be could
responsibility
it
is to get
could
them
it
from
be
the problem.
nurturing? Could it
No,
be a
it ain't.
nurturing energy? Or maybe
Is it get
They not nurturing strangers, bro. Part of that nurturing is going to get the goddamn plugins for you. That's part of nurturing.
it's getting the what?
Getting the plugins for you.
Plugins.
Will you just listen to what I was just saying? All right, here we go. Do what I'm saying.
All right.
A
What explain to me what the plugins are. Like what?
do what I'm telling you. So, like a female version of chivalry. I just
Okay.
explained to you that on a collective basis, in my opinion, men
Mm-hmm.
owe women chivalry, right?
Mm-hmm.
To be a gentleman.
Okay.
And then we also owe them protection in emergency situations. I'm not talking about just random everyday situations. I'm talking about some shit you deem to be an emergency. Some
Okay.
normal shit. Like you shouldn't just let a nigga just beat the dog shit out of a female in front of you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying like they arguing back and forth and then you go get involved in that. No, that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the emergency.
So
So
you are under the you truly believe and the standard that you withhold to that if you see a woman getting assaulted in the most efficient physical altercation with a man, that a man should indeed involve himself in that scenario.
he should do what he can.
What he
Whatever
can.
his skills, yeah, do what his skill set allow him to do. Everybody
Okay.
different.
You do not believe in minding your own business in this situation.
You can't be minding your own business completely and
Mhm.
participating in the collective. Because part of
Okay.
your business is also the business of the collective.
Okay. Now
That's
what?
a natural byproduct of that. So hold on. So let me finish. So that's what I
Okay.
think men owe to women. So I think women owe men the reciprocal. I can describe the first reciprocal, which is like them being lady, like I guess, since I was just saying like being a gentleman, because that's how I think about it. So them
Okay.
being like lady like
being the
towards
one like being innate, bro, go
being lady like towards you, right?
Okay.
right.
And
Being a
then
woman, being what
I
we call
don't
a
know what the
quote woman.
reciprocal version, what the feminine reciprocal of protection is, because I know it's not protection. So I'm not trying to say that. But whatever that is, I think they should also be that collectively. But that's
Okay.
it though.
But I'm just saying, you don't know what that lady done to that man while he whooping her like that.
That there the you okay, so now we have so would you be a proponent of minding your own business,
Right?
or would you be a proponent of involving yourself?
What if she hurt his child or something? Or what if like she killed his brother or she killed his sister or she tried to fight his mama or something? You know what I'm talking about?
Or just
Okay.
add whatever some
So
foul shit. I got you.
I'm gonna take
you
out
what
of
you
I don't disagree with that. That's
a
the chance you
justifiable
taking if you involving yourself in anything, though. Y'all get that, right?
I'm gonna keep walking.
If you
right.
put yourself in any situation that's not directly of your own doing, you
Mhm.
run the risk of being involved in whatever the fuck going on. So
Right.
what I'm saying is, I'm hoping that the way I'm living, the way I got there, operate my life, that I'm in
Mhm.
tune enough. In that moment, I'm gonna either feel something that say, "Look, you need to go save that motherfucker," or
Mhm.
"Nigga, you need to mind your business." And whichever vibe I get in that moment, that's the one I'm going with.
Right, right. Okay.
I'm just
Okay.
explaining to you the degrees of the collective because I also don't feel like I'm a live and let live type person. So for the vast majority of the shit you doing, I'm
Mhm.
not gonna be bothering you. I
What
just
would
also don't want you bothering me.
okay in a situation where you're seeing a physical assault occur? What would a little boy do? How would someone little boy themselves in the midst of such an incident?
I don't think little boy applies to that particular situation.
I mean,
Unless he's the motherfucker, unless
if
he's the motherfucker beating on that female in public like that, he a little boy. Because he can't control his emotions. He don't allow himself to flare up. You need to go sit down somewhere and get a hug.
and get
I'll say this. Sometimes they deserve
a hug.
an ass
Damn,
whooping.
you need a
I'm not
hug.
saying they don't,
I'm
but
just
you
all
should
I'm
be. You
saying.
should have
That's
enough
all I'm
control to
saying.
not beat her ass in public.
Shit,
You
just
should have that much control.
depends on
Not
what
beat ass in public.
Yeah, you should have that much control.
it depends on what she done.
No, it don't depend on what she been doing. And also, let me say very clearly, I don't even condone him putting your hands on no female. Because if she doing something that make you feel like you should put your hands on her,
You need to
your
remove
personal
yourself.
standard should be removing yourself from
Yeah,
her.
you need
So
to
you don't
remove
even got to
yourself
deal
from
with
that
that shit.
situation.
So there are women that follow men down the road.
Okay. How she gonna follow me in my car and goddamn I drive better than her? She a female.
So you know, they try to phone men, try to run them off the
Real
road.
life. I stop at the goddamn car, stop at the red light, jump out, shake the shit out of her, get back in my car, drive off, bro.
You think so?
I still ain't beat her or none of that.
Bruh.
A firm
You think
shaking.
so?
A firm
You ain't
shaking
trying
is
to-
what these women need, is what you're saying. A firm shaking.
No, I'm telling you, that's the way I choose to respond. And I don't condone,
You
I
give
don't
her a
see no
good.
scenario. I don't see
You-
no scenario short of a female drawing a weapon on you
You give her
or
a good head
directly
twerk.
trying to
A
harm
good
your
body.
children
Just-
or your
You
mama.
just
Outside of that,
you twerk her shoulders. You just instead of twerking her booty, you twerk her head.
see,
Just
man,
twerk
listen
her
to
head
me,
a
see,
little bit.
bro.
Just a little-
Outside of a female drawing a weapon on you, motherfucker trying to kill your kid or try to kill your mama,
Mhm,
you should have enough control of yourself
mhm,
and the situation
mhm.
where you and her don't make it to a point where you gotta actually put your hands on her like that. You should be able to control that. You're a grown man. You
Okay.
control your whole environment. You trying to tell me you can't control that?
Well, I mean, what if that is the way that said man controls situation? By he make it go quiet in the
He
most.
tripping.
He tripping.
He tripping. In my opinion, that's just my opinion though. So what
So
I would say is, I just don't want to be around, bro. I'm good.
Just a good shaking might help. Good shaking.
I think females can be
Little bobblehead
very,
thing.
very hurtful when trying to when they're
They can
hurt,
be hurtful,
right?
so, but that don't mean you gotta also stoop to hurting them just because they hurt you.
No.
That
What
don't
I'm
mean that's
saying
how you
is,
gotta respond.
No.
I ain't saying that. You choose.
Apply
how you
pressure.
respond.
Apply pressure should not be applied.
No,
No pressure.
not physical.
Extra.
No physical pressure.
You can apply pressure to a female multiple ways.
So then I hit her with verbal pressure.
I
Verbal
wouldn't even
pressure.
hit it with the verbal pressure. I'm gonna figure out what's going on. What we doing?
I mean, really.
For example, I'll
Okay.
tell you an example. For example, I dealt with a female like that. It was a volatile relationship, right?
Right.
Boom. We made it to a point where she got upset, and to a top point, she would go out her way to say intentionally hurtful shit, right?
Okay.
I responded to that by letting her know, hey man, what I'm not finna do is go back and forth with you about this. I'm not. She tried to come around in that day. No, I'm not finna come around you. I'm still upset, right? And then once I cooled down, I went on ahead and broke it down and shouted like, look, man, this is what happened. In your real world, inside your psyche, you think it's okay because your feelings are hurt in the moment. You think it's okay to lash out and then come back around and think that shit gonna be normal after that. That's not a normal pattern of behavior. That's not a pattern of behavior I'm gonna engage in with you. Now that changed for her. That changed her behavior with me.
Mm-hmm.
And that also meant we weren't able to continue being together much longer after that because that was a part of who she was and she wasn't ready to let go of that shit. But at no point was I about to allow that to put me in a situation where I'm finna get ready to take chances of tricking myself out the street or put my hands on a female. Why that's stupid. They don't
No,
even
I'm
make
with you.
sense.
That's not what I'm
It's
getting.
simply
That's not what I'm
illogical.
getting.
So that's a severe lack of control. Like in my mind, I'm like, why would I do something that stupid?
Because you
It
wanted her
don't make no
quiet.
sense.
You just wanted her to be quiet.
If I want her to be quiet, I can remove myself from the equation, and she's still quiet.
So what if she got a hold of your? What if she got a hold of your thing-a-lang
Oh,
and you
that
trying
one.
to get her up off you, and she yanking on
Then
that boy?
I should
Bro,
I should have been in arm reach while we was arguing, bro. You missing some decisions.
You gotta hit it with a 2-piece.
Nah, you're not in arm reach while you got them even that upset
Yeah,
with
but
me.
what did she did? She got you by the ball.
How did
Both
she get there? It's a phone
Oh,
slip
she
on,
got
bro.
you. Y'all arguing, bro. You know how it is.
No, I don't argue that close to nobody, bro. I get violent. I don't argue that close to no female.
She bum rush you.
I don't even argue with no female no more, bro. Real life.
I'm just
When,
saying,
when we get upset,
like,
I'm breaking down. Boom. I'm through. I'm gonna talk to you in 24 hours. It's a space bar for me. I know myself. I'm controlling myself. It's a space bar. 24 hours. Bow. I'm done. I'm out the door. Now, if you follow me, I'm gonna let you know, hey, you put your life in danger. Now, at that point, all bets is off. I'm making it very clear.
That's what we talking about.
So you think
No, you talking about somebody grabbing your ding-a-ling. That ain't reasonable. I don't went through reasonable. I
mean, we talking about reasonable, bro. We talking about but first of all, we in an argument, so ain't shit reasonable. You're in an argument with a female.
You can
so
still be reasonable. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
You can be reasonable. You can be reasonable with your penis entrapped.
No,
even in that type of situation.
I'm saying when you dealing, the situation ain't reasonable. You know what I'm saying?
That don't mean you got to be unreasonable.
No, that's not
be reasonable in an unreasonable scenario.
Big facts. You'll get better.
You'll get better.
You'll get better. If you behave reasonably in an unreasonable time, you will grow.
Like I said.
Okay. But she has your. But she also has. She also has your penis.
And grabbing and squeezing.
I don't know why y'all niggas stuck on that, man. I'm preventing her. Listen to me.
I'm talking about yanking that boy.
Listen to me. I'm preventing her from grabbing my dick. Also, if she has my dick,
she got it.
He shall reasonably. He shall reasonably.
She got your dick. Okay, y'all stuck on. She got your dick. She got your dick. You can literally put your hands on her, apply motherfucking firm pressure, and she'll let your dick go.
What?
You're a grown man. You don't got a 2-piece, bro.
We do. That is.
What's going on? Why you doing this? She grabbed your dick with her hand.
Right. And if you just,
I'm out. I'm out. It's over with.
You apply firm pressure right here.
Right.
Right there. Right. She let go. Whatever was in her hand, she let go. You turn around, you walk off. She walk up on you.
I want to see you.
So that would be called leaving the scene of the crime. Is what you're saying, or no? What would that be?
I ain't committed no crime. So the crime I'm leaving is the one she committed.
Apply pressure until she be quiet.
No, I say until she let your hand go, Steve. Don't put that shit on me.
Oh, don't put. Oh,
she let my dick go. The only thing I'm trying to do is get free so I can leave.
What if you
really behaving reasonably, bro?
But what if you really don't want her to ever? What if you really just don't want her to ever do that again? So then, no. So then, so there's a certain standard in which how much pressure is you
gonna let you go.
So Mac,
as soon as you try to put pressure,
of course not, JB. I control the situation much better than that.
Hey, that scenario. So
I control the situation better than that, bro. Again, like I'm telling you, I make it a practice. If me and you start arguing right now, baby, you're not gonna be an arm reach to me, bro.
I was missing skin off my shit, bro.
JB, then that was you, bro. My fault. You made several mistakes. You made several mistakes in that evening. And it did not start with shouting grabbing your dick.
Everything on what?
Listen to me, JB. Listen to me closely, bro. We go through that night. Your mistake started long before Shawty grabbed your dick. You lost control of the situation long before that, bro. And once you was out of control, you left a volatile, angry woman in control. She decided to grab your dick.
I'm trying to get out the door.
You should have been got out the door before that. You
So
should have been in arm range. You over there bullshitting.
long ass arms, nigga. A bomb rush.
Her arms ain't that long. See what I'm saying? You trying
Hey.
to bullshit now. Her arms ain't that long.
Hey,
Oh.
She a human.
fuck
oh,
that. Fuck that. Bro,
Step
it's
back.
just some chicks out here that is just straight up unruly, man.
I don't care what no unruly female do talk. That don't control your choice.
It'll catch you
What?
off
No,
guard.
it don't. It don't. That
So,
ain't,
so
that
then
ain't what I'm
you shouldn't be
saying.
trying to use
What
that.
I'm
and
saying
no,
is, it does.
still
You
make your
choose,
choice.
you choose how you react to the situation. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
we not
I
arguing. We not
ain't
arguing on read.
disagreeing. I told you I'm with you on that. But if
You
a
not
bitch
grabbing
grab
my
my
dick?
fuck that. If a chick grab my dick, she getting hit with a 2P.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Fuck what you
Ooh.
talking about.
Hey,
That sign that shit. Tuck said that.
hey,
Yeah.
hey,
And shout got there call the police on your ass, and your ass going
Yeah,
to
I'm be
jail.
like, nigga, she grabbed my dick. You don't see my shit,
And them folk gonna be like, you don't see them lumps you put on her ass? Yeah,
no,
going to jail.
ain't no lump. It's just 2P, just like you
Now,
apply
if
pressure.
a grown man,
Get her ass
two-piece
up
of
out.
lady,
I
if
can
you
2 pieces later without leaving no more.
stop
if
it.
you two-piece of female,
Stop it.
while you're enraged
Hey,
because she's grabbing your dick,
Zero. Ain't it right?
y'all wild. I
Ain't
don't
it
even want-
right? I'm getting up on me so I can leave, like you
Yeah.
said.
So
I'm
why
just
you
doing
if
it? I'm
that's the
just
case,
doing it. I'm just doing it.
why
I'm
you
just
doing it that
my
way? Why not do it?
Unhand,
Why not do it?
unhand me, harlot. Unhand me.
We're just gonna control the situation.
Reaction.
Totally with you. You choose how you respond. But if a big grab my dick, Jones, she done violated my personal
Okay.
space. She
Bro,
getting hit with a
Hey,
2P.
it happened.
Go ahead, bro.
And I
That's
don't
your
give a
girl.
fuck.
It was a reaction.
Really?
They the same thing if a nigga touch my ass or anybody. I'm just getting
Why,
hit with a
why
2P.
are we talking about folk grabbing your dick, touch your
I'm
ass?
just saying,
though?
what I'm saying, it's a violation of personal space.
I'm not
It's
saying
the
it
same
ain't.
shit. No,
I'm
it's
not
the
saying
same
it
shit.
ain't.
Huh?
That's not the same though. A dude touching your ass is not the same as your girl who you arguing with grabbing your dick.
Yes, it is.
No, that's not.
We talking about
It's not. So it's not sexual assault either way.
So,
It's
so
not.
that ain't so grabbing
Them
my
totally different
genitalia and
circumstances.
squeezing it to hurt me is not assault. It's not hurt. It's not
Bro,
the
them
same.
different circumstances.
That would be
I
sexual
got you in
assault,
circumstances,
technically.
but what I'm saying is it is a violation of your personal space.
Yes, that
So you
specific
get
detail is the
You
same.
get, bro.
How you get there matter.
Okay, so are you
Yeah,
saying
you
the
get there.
ass is not? So, is it
How you
the?
get
No
to
matter
the
what, no matter,
situation matter.
dog. See, it's a line, bro. You can
So-
talk all the fuck you want. Don't put your hands on me. You feel what I'm saying? That's the rule. You can
So
talk
it's
all
the-
the shit you want. Don't
It
put your
clearly ain't
hands
a
on me.
rule. She
As
broke it.
soon as you put your hands on me, you done violated. All right.
All right, then you punch me. We got it.
So,
We
so,
got it. You ain't got no problem beating on your girl. She break the rules. I got
so
it.
Big Mac. So tell me, is the issue that you have with it? Is it the fact? Are you disputing the sexual part or the assault part? Which
Hey, man,
part of sexual assault are you having the
I don't
issue with?
condone. I don't condone, and nor do I see a reason nor a scenario outside of the ones I described. And I tell you again, throwing a weapon on you, trying to fatally injure your children or your parent.
Castrate.
Outside of that scenario,
Get your Lorena
outside of that scenario, I don't see another scenario where a man should be in a position where he got to do that to himself. If he is,
Well, she whip out a knife and
I would wager that's a weapon. She literally just drew a weapon. All bets are off if somebody draws a weapon on you.
Okay, she got you. Oh, that ain't.
What if it's teeth?
Listen. All I'm saying is, in any other scenario, if we were go through the scenario,
what if she got a grill with fangs in them?
Y'all got to listen. What I'm trying to tell you. You can point out checkpoints where the man could make a better decision to alter the scenario every time. He don't have to be in that position.
Right.
The only ones that could more than likely happen on some emergency shit that you can't foresee is a motherfucker drawing a weapon, trying to fatally injure your children or your parents. That's the only shit that can just pop up that's so far left field that it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I got to go ahead and go all the way right now. Everything other than that, you can control. You know your female. You deal with your female. You understand how she act.
But a two-piece ain't all the way though. It's a two-piece.
It ain't.
Not
That's
for
what
you.
I'm trying to tell it. Like he know that, bro.
No, I don't know that. No, I don't agree with that. A two-piece is more than far enough.
No, a
A two-piece
two-piece
is way
is
too
not a
fucking
real
far.
hit. A
No,
two-piece is just to
With
get
three
you up off
niggas,
of
no,
me.
there's a
what if
problem.
Come on, man. It ain't like I'm
what
trying
if
to
bro.
what
win
if
you the
what
20.
if a
I don't
skippity
agree with
pap
that.
ain't enough? What if that skippity pap ain't good enough?
I don't agree with that.
Little,
The
I do
first,
not
the
agree
first
with
one she
that.
gonna
like it
feel.
ain't
The
the,
second one just to push her
it
back.
ain't work.
That's
I do
all.
not agree
Wake
with that.
up, wake up, realize,
You hit it with the
Yeah,
skippity
yeah.
pap.
You grab. You know
So
what you doing.
if
Like,
you
hey,
gotta
get
wake
out the
up,
emotion. Wow. You know
if
what I
you gotta
mean?
wake up, what I
Stop
would
that.
tell you is you shouldn't have been fucking with a sleep motherfucker no way, and you wouldn't have had to punch me.
goddamn me, cause I was sleeping, got my damn
Well,
arms. I was
fuck with her, and
So
that
if
what it
you
was. So
put
in that
yourself in a
scenario, that what
situation
happened.
where
Like,
you end up beating on a female, then just take everything come with it. So
The whole man,
that's just how it goes.
you just paid for all of it,
I don't
huh?
agree to that shit. It is what it is
it,
though.
it came
I
with
don't
the
agree to,
subscription.
you know what I'm saying? I don't agree to none of that.
videos.
I
Shout to go
don't think
flip
you should hit.
female on your ass,
No,
call the
bro. What I'm
fuck.
saying is, I don't think you should beat on women, but I also don't believe women
Beat on
should try to
dudes,
woof
bro.
up and try to fight a man. Like
Nobody is
stay in your
saying that,
fucking
bro.
place. You can feel how you want to feel, but don't fucking
Nobody is
think you can
saying
get up
that.
and whoop a
Nobody's
man's ass.
describing a
And
situation
so
where
don't
women,
violate. And also, so don't violate physically. Don't act like you can. Again, don't violate
bro.
my physical. You can say what you want, express how you want to feel, say all the hurtful shit you want. Cool.
Okay,
But
man.
what you not finna do is touch me.
Hey, we agree. Woman touch you, you got no problem punching her.
You
That's
feel me?
fine. That's your choice. You and JB both cool with that, and that's okay with y'all.
No, I'm talking about she got my shit locked. I'm done talking.
Yeah, like
Okay.
no.
I'm
It's
not talking.
Got,
different than
Not,
like pushing and shit like that
I'm
ain't nothing.
got it.
What I'm saying is, if a chick
Got
grab
it.
my dick, bro,
You
we
gonna
got a
punch her.
problem.
I'm
because
saying I got y'all. Y'all saying it's certain scenarios where you don't got no problem becoming violent with your female. And
bro,
I'm saying
oh
that's
my,
all right. For y'all.
look, simple fact is, bro, I'm in college. Got my right leg stuck, and like it felt like a sharp pain went down my leg, came back up to my shoulder, oh boy. So it's sensitive. Grab that boy, man. I'm talking about pain just shot down my leg, bro. I swear to God, bro. I'm talking about, I'm talking, I'm
You
talking,
ain't never felt that shit. You ain't never felt no shit like that.
Who
man,
ain't?
nigga.
I don't had a
No,
grown man
I'm
standing on my
telling him like
motherfucking
when
neck.
he felt that shit, you like nigga, that's a different kind of pain.
Yeah,
Man,
it is a different kind of pain. I don't felt the mixed kinds of pain. That's why I know them scenarios ain't gonna drive me to that.
I cough and the goddamn balls hurt sometimes, man.
Right.
Man, look, bro,
That's
ain't
just a
you know what I'm
reminder for
saying?
you to
It's
not fuck
different
with that type of
again.
female no more.
It's different again, swung on or punched in the arm. Like I don't got all that from a female and not retaliated. But what I'm saying
I
is,
ain't
she
doing
grabbed
nothing of
my
it.
Johnson, John. She getting hit with a 2P.
None of it. I'm
And
gonna
one
stop
thing to
and
swing
grabbing
on
it.
me. And one thing, y'all don't got hit, swung on me. You know what I'm saying? It's a female, bro. But what I'm saying is, what you not finna do, well, and there at my judge, that's a problem. I'm hitting your ass with a 2P. And Jenny just to get you off me. And, you know, he ain't trying to hurt you. It's just like, hey, you violate.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I just disagree with that. That's all.
That's
So
what
that is. So I think man standards should be above that shit. It should be above putting your hands on a female.
I ain't talking
I
about
think
what.
it
I think
is.
you
I
should
think
just tell
that's
yourself
understood though, bro.
if you're
I
dealing
think
with a
that's
woman
understood.
who
You should
even
never
act like she might grab your dick and you know grabbing your dick is gonna make you punch her, you should say
nah.
right away, if you the type of female who thinking about grabbing my dick, I can't fuck with you.
Man,
Because I'm gonna punch you if you grab my dick.
you
Oh
got
yeah, that shit. Yeah.
the future.
But don't tell my dick. I'm
You
punch
you
your ass in the face.
you might get with her and then everything good. Then she
I ain't
start.
gonna dot your eye though.
You can't control that at that point, so
That's what
Yes, I can. I know exactly what I'm punching.
but if you punch with a shout a duck and then she duck into that
No,
motherfucker.
she ain't finna. It coming too fast. You're not finna duck that.
I'm gonna put you on top of her head.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You
All I'm
think
saying
you just
is you
bro,
throwing
she
things
grabbed
into
she first of all,
motion.
and she got my ball, so she right there. Like ain't no pop out. Get up on me. Leave me alone, bro.
I
What the
got
fuck is you doing? If it that tense.
I got
No, but real though, man.
No, for real, man. That shit fucked up.
Hey,
I ain't nigga cold sweat.
look, bro. Uh, I think that having standards, man, is important. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta think as men, we gotta think through all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to make yourself something.
Hey,
And
y'all,
so when
hey,
you
y'all,
choose,
nightclub.
what's up?
Y'all trying to open up a nightclub?
We'll
Hell no.
talk about that offline.
Yeah, I'm straight on nightclub business.
We'll talk about that offline.
That way too much.
And in this climate, I don't know. But
I'm good. That too many things that what y'all just talking about. That too many situation where that can happen.
It's
I don't want two piece nobody for my money.
gonna be an upscale place, lounge type.
It don't matter.
what you mean 2 piece? You ain't got 2 piece nobody for no money, bro.
You don't never know.
You build a day will come.
Cool. I'll
You
come
build a
out
day
there.
will
Y'all
come.
let me know when grand opening is. I'll pull up.
I'm just on this. I'm on this right here, bro. Like, I think as a man, you should be on your purpose. Your purpose will dictate as you strive, and you know what I'm saying. You'll dictate your standard of living. You know, we already understand like whatever, and we understand whatever role, like Steve said earlier, whatever role you in, you know, that dictates a certain standard or however you operate within that role or position. But also, we also gotta choose as a standard of human being we're gonna be. And that's a whole nother separate thing. That's our personal individual choice. And
More
which
morals.
right, which then becomes a collective culture of how because of how we behave, act, think. You know what I'm saying? All that. So
Yeah,
that then all contributes to how we're portrayed as a culture.
yeah. Our
Um,
ethos.
yeah. And I see some videos, man, over the past. We ain't got to get into it, but it's just chicks twerking at a restaurant table. You know what I'm saying? And then it was this porn star's funeral. They started giving people lap dance. A stripper funeral. They started giving people lap dance. It was just some crazy shit, bro.
That's a
And
stripper funeral, bro. That's
Hey,
part for
yeah,
the
but it
course.
was a male stripper, bro.
hey, listen. Funeral is
Part for the course in their world.
I'm just saying, like, and I'm just like, wow. So it then, but not. I'm just saying, then it
I
ain't.
just,
But then,
that's an interesting point. How do you want people to behave at your funeral, gentlemen? I'm just curious. What would you want to occur at your
don't
funeral?
don't put me in no church because everybody finna have a bottle. We
You see what I'm saying?
you can might put
Oh,
me
everybody got a ball at here. They lap dancing at the onion. It
you
don't
put
matter, bro.
you
It's
put
your choice.
hey
My
and that's
uncle's funeral. My uncle's
I don't
funeral.
think that's what he wanted.
My
You
He
do
shot.
what you
my,
want to do. It's your
un-
funeral.
my uncle's repast was at a lounge,
There it is.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
and in
something you
fact,
get to do however you want to do it. That is
is
ain't no right or wrong way to do that, bro.
I
yeah,
might have just a big ass barn. Goddamn me, everybody she is sipping drink.
I ain't saying it's a right or wrong way. It was just a standard way of doing shit.
That mean it's a right or wrong talk. It ain't no
No, it
standard
ain't.
for
It's not
funeral.
a right. It's just saying, hey, we do. Hey, it's a certain things is having class and quality, bro.
But
It's
that's
a
what I'm
certain
telling
thing in
you.
moving, operating, but they ain't got nothing. That's separate than right or wrong.
It ain't separate.
Just because certain thing, just because somebody drive a Mercedes and somebody drive a fucking Kia, the Mercedes is right and the Kia wrong. No, what I'm
If the
saying is just
standard is
because
Mercedes, then the Kia wrong.
what?
If the standard is Mercedes, then the Kia is wrong.
That's
If
not
you don't meet the
how.
standard, then you're wrong. That's what
That's
the
not
standard is
true. That
for.
just means you didn't meet the standard for
That means you
that
got to keep
thing,
working because you're not right yet.
bruh. I'm sorry.
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're putting a judgment upon the standard as to whether it's right or wrong.
If
And
you're
I think,
saying something got class or it don't got class, that's also a
well,
judgment.
well,
It's the
the,
No,
same
well,
that's
dichotomous
kind of
of
like,
judgment.
but you can actually
well,
measure and see that though. Like right or wrong is too object. Like that's not right.
If you
That's
have
not
a
what it's
standard
saying.
for it, if there's an
What we
objective
saying
for
is
it,
we know the difference between cotton and silk. We know that shit. That shit is dead. We know the feel of it. That shit
we
feel
know that
different when
because
it's on
there's
your
a
body.
standard for
So
what
we
one is and what the
understand
other
that.
one is.
So if the standard is silk, hey, I can strive for silk, but shit, I might get a
everything else
blend.
wrong.
I might get a blend, but that don't mean it's wrong. Because I
That
got
mean
a
you can't
Kai
go to
shirt.
the silk
Somebody else
party.
got a silk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You can't go to the silk party if you don't got silk. If the standard to get in is silk, then you got to have silk or better to get in.
Right.
That's the nature of a standard. You either
Well,
meet it or you're on
right,
the underside
but
of it. You're on the wrong
negate
side of it.
that doesn't constitute judgment though. That's
Okay.
not saying when something is right or wrong. They're saying you ain't silk, nigga.
Hey,
So
you
hold
with
on.
that?
So you saying
Hey.
that don't negate
That's what they're
judgment.
saying.
Hey,
But you saying like in the case of somebody's funeral, they
hey,
gotta have class or not class, and you don't see that as judgment.
if you got that
Bro,
kind,
because we
Class is
understand what
literally a
lower,
judgment.
but we understand what lower actions, lower level actions of life, and higher level. You understand that high value or high society
Class is not about the
where
value.
average fucking people you don't do things in. That's fucking ratchet. You don't do that. You don't behave a
That's a
certain way.
judgment. That's what I'm saying. So that's
That's
all I'm
not a
saying.
judgment, bro.
well, hold on. Let
That's an
each other.
understanding of we know what that is. Like I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying you don't do that there.
You passing a judgment. That's a judgment telling them they shouldn't do it there. That's what it is.
So
you're judging what should happen at this place.
That's not judging. That's setting a standard. Hey, this is how you operate here. Just like you just said, you got silk, right? You don't bring the cotton over here. Don't bring the cotton to the silk party.
So you saying they're not wrong if they don't do it? They just didn't do it.
What?
You saying they not wrong if they behave ratchetly? They just behave ratchet then. Because when we just talked about the standard, you said the standard not right or wrong. You said class, not no judgment. So if they can behave ratchet if they want to.
Right. And you understand that, hey, if you behave in a ratchet way, that's a lower level of behavior of life.
But
like,
who's
lower
who's on that
behavior? Like,
who's
you do understand it, right? But you understand it?
No,
you understand that tangibly. You know that, hey, behaving that way is a lower value of life in our society, in this social construct. You do understand.
Who is deciding what's lower and higher? Who are those people who's making those decisions?
We do. Everybody does. That's what you mean. That part of the social construct. You know, you don't shake your ass and twerk and bro. Come on, stop acting like you don't know this shit. Come on, bro.
Hey,
I don't know that.
Who is this? Everything ambiguous now. We just all just live in this fucking this.
So it's a stripper's funeral, bro. That's the context. I don't think that a lap dance is out of the ordinary.
At a stripper's funeral, people are fucking mourning. You don't twerk at a fucking funeral. You twerk at a nightclub.
How they mourn. They're strippers.
In your fucking mirror. You twerk in the bathroom. You twerk when you and your girl turning up doing pregame. You do not twerk at a funeral because that is a place of business and mourning.
We're talking about
you are celebrating the life of the person that's passed away.
So the you that you're describing is not a career stripper. A career stripper may actually feel comfortable working and doing lap dances.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
You know where you do the lap dances at? In the repast. After you done buried the dude. Now you like, hey, we finna do ABC AYZ for our boy. That's when you do that. You don't do that then. That's the standard. You don't, man, come on, bro. And then that's what I'm talking about when we talking about and that's how all this bullshit with this
trend. The context don't matter for them.
The Lil Boosie posted video. They made, matter of fact, they done took Lil Boosie paid down. Again. He posted a video about how he was saying how they were pushing this transgender shit on our kid. And what I'm saying is the more they make shit ambiguous, the more shit be like, I don't understand it. It may make us feel bad. The more you get away from that shit.
Nobody is saying that though. Bullshit. I'm not even being ambiguous.
Start with that thinking, bro. You gotta stay firm and like, nah,
get in line. I'm very firm in line.
If you on that side, cool, you on that side, but let it know you know you on that side.
So if I can interject for a second,
hold on, I need to make this point. I'm not getting ready to go. All I'm saying is, look, if it's a group of strippers and that's what they decide to do as a group of strippers, unless I am also a stripper, I'm not telling them that what they doing is on or off. It's classy or not classy. I'm
Wait,
not.
okay, if you go
I'm
to
not a
if,
stripper. I ain't got no fucking dog in that fight. I'm over here with non-strippers.
it's supposed to. The standard well. Here's the issue. Do you care about whether if it would? Okay, so let me get this straight.
How people celebrate their loved ones
The
death.
standard is established by your employment, is what you're saying. Your employment is what you're saying.
No, that's a way of life.
Because they were strippers, it is okay. It is okay. It's working. I'm saying your argument is your argument. I understand that. So you're saying
that's a lifestyle.
Oh, but I'm saying that it's your employ. It's what you do to
employment. It's not the
money.
same as working at McDonald's, bro. It's not the same. It's a lifestyle. You have to be a certain type of person to even do this.
Okay, but where do you know that at a funeral that a killer that people get killed at a killer's funeral because that was his life?
That happen all the time.
Okay, are you saying that is what we should let continue? Is that how it should be? That however whatever that person's career choice is how the environment at the funeral should have. If a child molester dies, then it should be child molesting at the funeral. If there is if a gangbanger dies, then you should be shot at the funeral. If you are
this is what I'm trying to tell you plain and simple.
If a porn star dies, then there should be fucking at the pews.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. Steve, this is what we talking about. Where does it end, man? Where does it end, though?
This is what I'm telling you.
You're an ass eater.
Where does it end, bro?
This is where it ends. It ends at you deciding what you are cool with and not worrying about what the fuck them folk doing.
So it's gonna be ass eat at Trick Daddy's funeral. There'll be ass eating.
I'm not at Trick Daddy's funeral. I don't give a fuck what they doing now.
I'm saying
the only way I would care is if I'm in a funeral.
Right, but I'm saying, but you're saying it's okay to have ass eating at a funeral.
I'm not deciding on that. You're not listening to me. I'm not weighing in on shit that I'm not invested in.
Hey, whatever they want, I'm with it.
That's their shit.
Hey, they
can't weigh in on my shit.
But what I'm talking
that's not what we saying, man. That ain't what we saying, bro.
You can't do that.
Yeah, that ain't what we saying.
I don't get that. That's what y'all saying.
That ain't what we saying.
Bro, you can't tell somebody else what they can and can't
understand it, bro. Ain't nobody saying nah. We ain't knocking your husband. We ain't saying.
So why you even comment on it? Why comment on some shit you don't give a fuck about?
Hey, Mac.
Because, bro.
I'm just saying the standard. You're saying the standard. The standard of the funeral is based on the career.
The standard of the funeral is based on the motherfucker who in the funeral and who's on it.
The more we keep letting this shit happen, the weirder and wilder
this is not what the fuck we need to be worried about. We need to make sure we ain't got a standard of their family.
What I'm saying, we need to be worried about how we get there. And when I'm saying how we get there is stopping our. First of all, we got to stop what people from seeing that type shit. You know what I'm saying?
You can't stop from seeing it. You can't destroy the internet. That's over.
No. I mean, we got our kids. And what I'm saying is we can then create the narrative of what the standard should be.
All you gotta do is do that for your family, them your kids. That's what you're supposed to be doing anyway.
And we do that, and we speak light to that right here on this podcast. And right here, this is where we like you multiply that. You multiply the effect of that. Because people
but we're not going to talk to nobody at no funeral about what they doing.
With my house and my kids, and they're gonna want to mimic that.
People right, and we're not going to tell nobody what they're gonna do.
See what your philosophy is and what you do with your kids and how you move in your house, and they're gonna want to mimic that, bro.
And that's their choice at that point.
This is what you give. This is your forward.
JB's trying to say something right quick. Go ahead, JB, bro.
You saying them African wrong for dancing with the casket?
Are the guys that do that dance with the casket? What's your opinion about that?
Or is the dope boys wrong for throwing money and pouring liquor on a dead body at the funeral? They wrong for that.
That's you like.
A dope boy wrong for pouring liquor on a dead body at a funeral.
You know, gangbangers.
That's a normal thing.
But they wouldn't do. They don't pour liquor on a dead body. You pour it
I'm saying if they do though, if they pour it on the body, if they throw money in the casket, is any of that wrong?
Pouring on the body is disrespectful. Like pouring on the ground is what you do.
But they ain't do the lap dance on the corpse. They did that on a live person. You tripping on that?
What?
Well, it's not a funeral though, but it wouldn't be a funeral.
You just said they were doing lap dances at the funeral. They weren't doing it on the dead body.
Okay, so
man. But
so that's the equivalent.
I think what we're trying to define is where the disrespect.
You don't give lap dances at a fucking funeral.
Pouring out liquor cool.
At what
you trying to make them dead folk?
I'm just helping you understand that
all that
cool, bro.
Whatever, bro. Everybody, I'm gonna teach his own nigga anyway. But I can't.
So why we worry about him?
What I'm saying is, I can't teach shit and be like, nigga, that's some bullshit.
Why?
That cool. That's
if
that's
could eat his own,
that's fucked up.
Why you even
on record, John? That's some bullshit. You don't do that. I don't give a fuck if the bitch was the nigga was a porn star, a fucking stripper.
Why though?
Like you said, a rapist. I don't care what he was. What I'm saying is, you don't do that there. Point blank. Period. I don't care. If your shit, my shit, his shit, her shit.
You don't do it at nobody's shit in talk world.
In talk world, it ain't about my world.
It is, because in their world, they do it.
I mean,
right. They wildin'. They look like fucking
from your perspective, they wildin'. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Like what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I can then say, okay, if you don't move in a way that's class, then I can call you that. Make you say, oh,
that's what you decided to call them.
You get judged by how you act. If you gonna act that motherfucking way, then that's what
so now you are agreeing that you are judging them.
I mean, not judging, but no, I'm saying
you get judged by how you act. That's judgment.
If you act, what I'm saying is, bro, if you act like a goddamn like that, or whatever,
that's how you get judged. That's what you
just said. You get paid. You act like a hoe. You sitting there saying you a hoe. You a streetwalker. You go get trapped, fucking hoe.
So then that's a judgment talk.
It's not a judgment. That's what you.
Well, I mean that's noticed. Well, here's the thing. It does attract a certain type of energy. You do receive a certain type.
Talking about the energy of the track.
Ain't nobody know how we're saying.
I mean, I'm saying if you are
going on, bro.
That's what you just said. You just said you don't do it here. You don't do it there. You don't do it over there. You just said
somebody being on a high hush that's saying, hey, there's a way to be, and that ain't it.
So are you?
That's not judgment. That same man has some class about yourself and move in a way that's more respectful.
So you tripping, bro. That's exactly what judgment is.
Have more respect for yourself and the people around you there.
Stop you can only say that if you've already judged that they don't have enough respect for themselves.
Go ahead.
So Mac, are you? It sounds like what you're saying is that
I don't give a fuck about them, so I don't even want to waste breath on them. That's what I'm saying. We don't never got to talk about folks we don't agree with.
Well, the point I'm making is, do you agree with
how you gonna grow?
Do you agree with the universal?
In my own self, I don't gotta go through
like what I'm saying is you create.
You believe in a universal standard for funerals? I'm just curious.
No. I'm not trying to create a standard for fucking funerals. There's too many different types of people in the world, Steve.
I'm saying here, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. Tuck believes that there should be a universal standard in behavior for funerals, nationwide, worldwide. And Mac, you're saying that there shouldn't be any standard for funerals.
What I'm saying is, a funeral you're not supposed to be twerking at a funeral. You mourn.
Well, see,
hold on. Twerking ain't mourning. You can try to.
That ain't mourning. Your opinion, talk. That's how that person mourn. That might be how that person mourn.
Keep trying to say it. Tell you, watch that shit.
Well, Tuck, you gotta understand that according to Mac, he doesn't have a standard for funerals and does not agree that there should be one.
And what I'm also saying is
that's the argument that Mac is offering. And so
I'm also telling you, I'm not gonna tell another person that how they're choosing to grieve and
Oh,
or
bro.
mourn
I ain't
is
telling you. I
wrong,
ain't saying that. I'm saying it.
especially if they're not hurting anyone.
Like we just said. Like
They
we
not
just
hurting
said
nobody by
earlier in the
twerking, bro.
like we just said earlier in the podcast, bro.
They ain't hurting nobody.
Like we just said earlier in the podcast. Your roles, right? We got roles, responsibilities, and there's an understanding of what to attain. Like there's to attain a certain thing, there's a
And that
way to
means
get
you're
there.
not with a scripper.
Let me
You're not
finish, bro.
building that
Let
type
me
of life with a
finish.
scripper.
There's a way to get there. And what I'm saying is to have when you think like that, Matt, it's a disservice to the black community because
No, it's
you
not,
do
bro.
listen, bro. Listen, bro.
No, I'm
You
not gonna listen
listen,
if you
bro.
tell me that my thought process is a disservice to
And
my
I'm
community.
let me tell you why I say that.
There is
Can
no
I tell you
why.
why?
There is no fucking why that would make that okay. My thought process is not a disservice.
Well, then this is the thing. You guys can debate. You guys can
No, we
debate.
cannot debate that.
I can't.
Of course you
know what I'm saying?
can.
Like then
No, we
like,
cannot.
what I'm
Well,
saying.
you explain your
There
reasons
is
why.
no
He
point
explains his reason why
that
not.
can be made that will describe why my thought process as a
Mhm.
black man who is not causing detriment to any other black
No.
people,
We
who is
talking about in
also
this, no,
virtually,
bro.
even
Don't
in
try to
this
make it about that.
situation,
We
Well,
talking
he's
about
saying
even
in
that
in
this
this
particular, in
situation,
this vein right here,
he's
in
saying
this
that
we
your
talking
vein,
about this thing right
I'm
here.
not doing
You
nothing to
talking
black
about
people.
we
he's
talking
saying
about
that your
people.
argument is
You talking
I'm
about not
saying
being a
strippers
standard.
can do what strippers
You
want to
talking about
do. That's on them.
not being a standard. And what I'm saying is that's a detriment in this
No,
respect
that's not a
because
detriment.
when you don't
what will be
have a
the
lack of standard,
what do you believe?
there's no
You don't need a standard for
respectability. And
funerals.
you wonder
You
why
don't
we
need a
don't get
standard for
respected as a people.
funerals.
Okay,
You
all right. So
allow that behavior,
give
you
me one.
allow that type of behavior, and you
Give
say,
one.
well, that's just them, that's just them, that's
Bro,
just them. And
Okay,
then
so
we'll sit here and wonder why we don't have the fucking respect
why?
we deserve.
well, what?
We allow that shit.
Respect from who?
Allow that shit. No,
Who
I'm
you
not
trying to get
allowing
respect
that shit
from?
around me, John. I'm not allowing it around me. I don't want that
I
energy
just said the
around
same
me.
thing, so you ain't got to comment on it if it ain't around you. You don't even know what's going on.
Bro,
You had to
I
go
do.
look for this
You know
shit on the
why? You know
internet.
why it's around me now? Because it's online, and if it's around me, it's around it's affecting millions of people. So I'm
But that
not the
don't
only
mean
one
it's
that's
affecting
seeing it.
me
So I'm
and
gonna
my
comment
fault.
on that shit. And get what? I'm gonna keep coming on. I'm gonna comment on shit that I don't agree with. I'm gonna
It
come
ain't
in on
affecting none of my
that's
folks.
bullshit. I'm gonna come in. I see that bullshit from the government. I'm gonna come in on and speak on shit because as a man in Black America, I have that right. I have that
Okay.
right to speak on that. Because
And you
if
got
I
the right to
notice
speak
something,
on it.
and just like anybody else has the right to disagree.
I exercise my right to not speak on it, because what I'm telling you is if it ain't affecting me and my people, which is what I'm controlling, making sure I'm controlling what's affecting us,
It don't have no effect on me and my people.
working at a funeral not
Not
affecting us.
my
So we ain't
immediate,
speaking
but it
on that
does have
shit.
effect on my culture and the way we're perceived. It does have that effect. So that's
We're
why I
not gonna be
speak on it. It
perceived
don't
no
have no
other way
effect
in
on
this
me
country,
as a
bro.
person. It don't affect me and my household, but it does affect a lot of people that is not outside of my household, which that are in this world, which I may possibly come across. I might interact with their energy, or whatever
All right.
the case may be. What
And
I'm
you say
saying
the
is,
world how you choose to say the world, bro. That's what you describing. You describing the way that you want to go out here and pull people from the fire. And that's on you. Cool. Do it how you want to do it, bro.
pulling people from the fire,
That's
bro.
exactly what you're describing. They're in the fucking fire that you've decided is not right for them. And you're gonna help them by speaking on it. That's what you're describing, bro.
I'm describing how to get back to
That's help.
a respectable culture.
That's help.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm describing. That's it.
That's help.
I'm describing the behaviors that get us back to where we should be.
Back is out of the fire. You're describing how to help pull them back out the fire, talk. It's fine. That's just the way you want to go about it. I'm not going about it that way. I don't want to go about it by going out on the internet and looking for stuff that don't got nothing to do with me and my immediate family.
No, I don't look for shit. That shit just came to me. Again, this shit just
Like,
come to me. I don't.
like,
bro, when it comes to like design thing, I'm hardly on IG ever, and I'm more on Facebook than IG, and I'm only on Facebook because more of my family's there, and I engage with them there. So you know how I am about social media. So when I'm engaged, when things come across me, you know what I'm saying? It's either people send to me or most of the time people that shit they're sending me, hey bro, check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Or what you think about this? Or you know what I'm saying,
bro?
So
And what I'm saying is, and that's fine. That energy that you put out, so that what you attract. I don't want motherfuckers sending me nothing like that. I don't want to see that shit. I'm literally currently on a 6-month social media hiatus. I ain't even been on social media. Period. I'm not gonna be on it for the remainder of this year. So whatever happens on social media, I won't know this year. Only thing I'm gonna know about it, what's
But
going
you
on in my real life.
when you started that?
I started that shit probably some weeks ago now. Going on a month, probably now. Some weeks.
All right, bro. I ain't gonna put you on blast. Go ahead.
Go ahead, holla at me. Put me on blast. What you gonna
Put
say?
you on blast. I mean, I just I see you done comment on the cover pictures.
What pitch I come in? Will I double tap?
You know what I'm saying? You done comment and like the cover picture. Not mine. I'm just saying I've seen, how you on your timeline and it be
I
like,
double tap.
Matt Schmidt commented on AB. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Did I tight song though? Or did I double tap?
You tight, so
I tight song? Oh,
you
when? Let me
comment.
see.
You
Let me
comment.
go to it. Let me see when last time I was on here.
I'm just, I don't want to put it on blast, John.
Oh, it's all good. I don't get no fuck. Though. It's all good with me. Let's see. How I find out the last time I was on anything.
I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I know I ain't been on anything in a minute.
I
In a good
honestly don't
minute.
know, bro. I just been
But I'm current on the hiatus, bro.
That beside the
I ain't
point.
on
Yeah,
the
but
shit.
that's just beside the point. What I'm getting at, bro, is what I'm saying. I ain't trying to say the world and nothing like that, but I am trying to pay the knowledge in my head forward. And I do see, I'm an analyst, so I do see how the world works, and I do see how we are being perceived, bro. You know what I'm saying? I understand that only thing that changes that is our behavior.
And I don't
As a
disagree with
collect,
that. We just go about it two different ways, bro. I
as
just
a
prefer to go
collective,
on an
right?
individual basis.
And you collect, and reason people are, this is what I'm trying to tell you, Matt, because the reason that shit is being allowed is because people have that kind of attitudes. I just, live, let live. I ain't about trying to dictate
That's not
nothing.
why it's being allowed,
It ain't
so.
what I'm saying. It's not about trying to dictate nothing to people. It's not about trying to control how people live.
No.
It's about
That's not why it's
having
being
a
allowed.
standard of living. That's all I'm saying.
That's not why it's being allowed, bro. It's being allowed because it's systematically still being pushed. And the oppression and the goddamn resistance ain't going strong
I
enough.
think it's being allowed because if we're choosing it or allow it.
Okay. You can believe that. That's what you want to believe.
That's exactly what happens.
But
But that's what happens though, bro. We can't understand that they can do all they want to us, but we got to choose that shit. Like they go back to my people. I be telling you, like we always got a choice,
and that choice still happen on an individual
like
basis.
you said, it ain't always.
That brings me back to my point though. Since that choice always gonna happen on an individual basis, that's why I choose to focus on individuals. That's my whole point.
Focus on
no matter what.
So is that not focus on individuals? Like understand the standard?
No, you're talking about a standard that's universal. That's going across everybody. So you're not respecting the individual differences that everybody got. It's folks that don't even want to subscribe to your standard, just like it's standards in the world that you don't want to subscribe to.
Oh, that's fine. But then that constitutes a different walk of life. That's all. That's all I was saying. Like
I've been said that. All I've been saying was right. If they not fucking with us, I don't want to fuck with them. That's the same thing you saying. That's a different walk of life.
That's a different walk of life for standard. But that's different than saying. Not abiding by a stand. Like that's how I want to say this. That's different than saying a standard is not like there is no standard basically.
Nobody said there was no standard. I literally described that there are several standards.
But you were saying that hey,
create your own.
Right, but you again.
I literally
the problem with that. Here's the expanded thinking on it. When you say, hey, there's no live and let live, and there's people that don't subscribe to that. Cool, there's a people in that walk of life. But we understand that when you at a funeral, it's there's a way to move. It's just like anywhere else.
And all I'm saying is, if that's how you
all I was saying, and that's all I'm saying. And for me to, and when I'm saying, I don't want other people to see that or to think like that shit is okay to walk and move and be.
What I'm telling you is,
as a
it
collective.
happened.
You're a teacher, so you definitely focus more on the different quirks of
That's what
the
I'm
drill
telling
down.
you.
Like you said, I think in a different way.
I'm telling you, bro. The fact that they did it means that they thought it was okay for them. And all I'm saying is,
And that's the
if they
problem.
think it's okay for them, and they're already people that I'm not associated with, they can decide what's okay for them. The
Yeah.
same way I decide what's okay for me. You just said that's a problem. That's you saying, no, we can't decide that.
That's
You just said it's a problem.
I ain't
You
saying
said
it's a
them
problem. I
deciding.
said it's a standard. We
No,
understand
no.
that that's
When I
how
just
they
said
would. It's
it's
only
okay for
accept.
them,
What
you
I'm saying
said,
is, it's
and
only
that's a problem.
acceptable, bro. You saying that that's how they want to move, but they wouldn't move like that if they didn't think that shit was acceptable. No, that's what I'm
I've been
trying to
saying
tell you.
that. And I'm telling you, the fact that they think it's okay is fine for them.
Nah, right? It's fine. That's not fine for us as a people. That's what I'm saying.
So
That's
the part you
all
don't
I'm
get.
saying. That's not fine. That's
That-
fine for you, an
we ain't no
individual.
global
We can
people,
live
Tuck.
our individual lives as a cool as a
Tuck, we
people
not
that
no
we
global
will
people,
never,
bro.
ever be. Like, I get it, bro. Like,
It ain't
it's
no
a
one black American person.
micro to macro thing there.
No,
But
you don't
we
get what
gotta
I'm telling you.
understand that we
It
have
ain't
to
no
start living
singular.
for we have to live for the greater good.
There is no singular greater good, Tuck. It
It
ain't
is
that.
when you have a goal. When you have a goal, if
No.
this the goal,
If
if
you
the
look
goal
at
is
the most
this, there is
peaceful
a greater
time,
good to get there. But if the
bro,
goal
if
is
you look
this,
at
there's a greater good to get there. If the goal is
if you
something
look
else
at
in business,
times,
then I'm with you.
listen what I'm telling you. As long as you got large groups of humans, anytime that there's peace, bro, them humans are living in several different groups.
Of
It's
course.
not a one big singular group. You go find a group that you comfortable with. That's all
Nah,
I'm
bro, you're not
describing.
listening, bro. You're not
I
listening.
am listening. You telling me it's one singular greater good that basically all black people
That's
in
not what I
America.
said.
You not describing all black people in America gonna have to live up under this one standard. That's not what you describing.
No, what I'm saying is when you walk, live,
Hold on,
and
hold on.
whatever. No, what
So
I'm saying is
it can be multiple standards for black people in America.
what?
It can be multiple standards that are all acceptable for black people in America. Because you just said you're not saying that it's one standard for
I'm
all
not
black
saying
people
it's
in
one
America.
standard. I'm saying
So
if you
are
listen,
you
can
saying,
I and let me explain because that's not one standard because
so can it be multiple? Can it be
you
more than one?
is the standard is you have a base standard. Like we understand that you don't
One
rob,
base
kill.
standard?
You don't rob, kill. I'm saying as people,
I'm saying, is it one base standard?
as a social construct from me to you. I shouldn't harm you. I shouldn't have any ill will towards you. I shouldn't treat you in a bad manner, right? There's an understanding of standard there. Then what I'm
So
saying is as a people,
we don't have that standard in
as a
America.
man, you have to, as a man, you need to operate in a certain standard. As a
So we
woman,
don't
you
have that
operate in a
standard.
certain way,
That
right?
standard does not exist in America for black people.
It does.
No, we don't have a
It does.
standard of I shouldn't harm you.
What?
We literally get treated however the society decides to treat us.
But that's only because we allow it.
No, that's because they do that shit, bro, since slavery. They not killing niggas because we allow it.
Yes, nigga, they're killing niggas because we allow it. Like, you don't understand the power in that. Like, you don't understand the power, nigga. If we all said fuck it, ain't no more. Do you
There is
understand
no
that?
we
Like, do you
all.
but what? Right, that's the
Ain't
problem.
no we
So the
all.
problem. But that's the problem. The
There
problem
was
ain't
never a we all,
That's what I'm
Tuck.
trying to tell you.
There
The
was
problem
never
ain't
a we all.
the problem ain't in they gonna do what they do. You see what I'm
There was
saying? Are we gonna
never
stop them or not?
a we all.
Are you gonna knuckle up or not? Are you gonna sit there and just take it in the ass, keep taking it in the ass? What you gonna
There
do?
was never a we all.
What?
There was never a we all. African
And I'm
people
telling you,
have
and that's what
always
I never said
functioned
there was. What
in
I'm saying
tribes.
is there is. If
There
we
is not.
all
There
again,
is not.
again,
Since there never was, there currently still is not, bro.
bro. And matter of fact, there was a bigger sense of we all. There was a we all.
When are we all?
There was
We
a
were
we
still
all.
in tribes. When was the we all? When was there a we
at
all?
one point?
When?
That was we all, but it was in a different age. We didn't have
When?
when we were getting killed.
No, when was there a we all?
When we were getting when in so when Black Americans were being married at an 80% clip, when we were
So Black America was functioning at the same then. It wasn't no separate tribal type stuff. It wasn't no certain black folks over here function this way, other black folks over here function that way.
that was
and the
that was
two ways
only
they
because of
function
class. That
don't
was,
really get
again,
along with one another. That's
again,
different than that's still tribes. That's what
what?
I'm trying to help you understand. These standards that you're trying to erect, they gonna fit one tribe at a time. It ain't gonna fit all the people, bro. That's all I'm trying to get you to see. That was never a one people like that.
I never said
We
there was,
always been tribes.
but I never said there was though,
But
bro.
when you say we all, you're describing, you talking about everybody in America. In
No, I'm
America,
talking
it's
about
still
everybody in Black America.
that's what I'm saying. That's
Because
only America
everybody
I'm talking about
identify,
right now.
but we identify with that tribe. That's what I'm
Even
talking
in
about.
Black America, that's not one tribe. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. We're now the descendants of multiple tribes. We've always been the descendants of multiple tribes.
Right,
We're
but in
still
America,
currently
what are we?
multiple tribes.
But in America, bro, what are you?
We're still the remnants of multiple tribes.
Again, how do they classify you?
I'm not talking about how they classify us. We know that everything that they do,
Again, so
including our
when they say, so
classification,
again,
is
they
for our
tell
detriment.
everybody who's black, who's light skinned from Steve, all the way who dark skinned to JB, we all black, right?
You're not getting what
So
I'm
if
saying.
all of us,
So
again, like I just told you,
they
if all of
labeled
us
it for our
came, if
detriment.
all of us came under one agenda,
We're not
right?
under one agenda.
Not even just one agenda. We
It
have a
ain't gonna
goal.
happen.
We just want a goal. We want a goal. So
It
if
ain't gonna
we
be one
have
goal.
one specific goal to
It
meet,
ain't gonna be
you
one
telling
goal.
me that we can't stop. Let's just say we wanted them to stop whatever. Fucking
It doesn't matter what it was. We could say we want them to
what?
stop killing us. We
Yeah,
all
and
want to
guess
agree
what?
on
Guess
that.
what? If everybody did it, they gonna, bro.
If everybody did it, of course it'll change. But that's not gonna happen because that's not who we are.
And I ain't even talking about Joe. I'm talking about just black feet. If every black
Agreed.
person did what they supposed to do, we
Even
straight.
if they did what they were supposed to do, what would happen is we would naturally separate back into the tribes that we actually came from. If we did what we were supposed to do. Supposed to is a figment of our imagination, bro. If we
What
did
you
what we
mean?
were supposed to do, everybody would
supposed to
naturally
is
go
just
back
revisions. That's
to
when we go
whatever
back
table in the
and
big
look
ass
at things from
cafeteria that they
2020.
other partners sitting at. That's how that would work.
No, that's always the case. That's but that's not
That's
that's
what I'm
beside the
trying to
point. But
tell you.
there's always levels when we're connect. So like again, when you say there are tribes and this, that, and the third, the power in their look,
So
man.
I hear you,
I'm
bro.
finna go down a whole nother rail. I stopped myself. Let me
It's
stop.
not the tribes would have
Look.
to agree once they are solidified within their own identities, bro. That's where we still at in America. We got folks struggling to try to unite a whole bunch of different tribes when what we really need to be doing is fitting into our individual tribes. And then once we're there, then our next step is to create an accord that we all can agree upon. But our first step is to get with the like-minded people. And the like-minded people is not all black people.
I know that.
That's just what it is.
We can't hear you,
some of them folks is gonna be over there on the wild shit, and they still black people, and we still gonna try to not kill them.
All right. So here's the thing. Here's the issue. That would be fine if you weren't outnumbered. The fact that you're outnumbered means that in order to make a political change against an opponent,
that don't change the truth. We don't need political change.
Well, if you don't believe black people need political change,
we need to destroy the whole fucking system. So the shit deeper than political change. We can't.
Okay, so then moving an individual.
It's happening. It's happening now. It's starting to slowly crumble now.
All right, it's only crumbling because it's ambiguous. Yeah, all right. I'm just say this. You say I'm gonna say this, bro. You think
These are interesting. This
yeah, we
is gone
start
very
digging,
interesting.
like, bro.
You're saying okay. Mm. I mean, a total dismantlement, and what would you replace it with? Because there tend to be basic categories for this. You, if you're saying there's no to just go with
I'm just still with
anything,
one. I'm not doing nothing until I find my tribe. That's it. That's the only mission for me and my family. Nothing
okay.
about no consolidated government.
So
I don't
you
even
say
think
your
that.
tribe is with like-minded people, right?
So you're
Yes.
okay with you. So you're more of an anarchist
I'm
in
not
turn.
even an anarchist, bro. I just recognize the point in history where things were globally better. And there was a point in time where things was not centralized how they are now.
Right.
When we lived in a decentralized world,
Yeah.
we still freely traded, traveled, shared, enjoyed, experienced, exchanged culture. All those things still happen.
Yeah.
But
But then
once
you
you
also had
started
stuff like
forcing people from way over there to live like people way over here, shit started slowly fucking up. And the colonization that these wet crazy ass cracker end up doing just happened to be one of the last nails in the coffin. But the shit was coming historically anyway. So all I'm saying is when I really sit down and think about it, because I think honestly in the system that we live in, I don't explain what I think we can do. But when I sit down and think about like the actual solution to all of this shit, yeah, of course we got to dismantle it, bro. It's a broken system from the beginning. It's a system that was designed to kill us and keep us oppressed from the beginning. There's no way we can keep that system and be free and alive. If something is designed to kill you and keep you in bondage, you can't stay within that thing and then stay alive and free.
I
I don't believe the goal is to kill us.
yeah, I don't think
The
that either.
goal really is to
To keep
extract
you
from
right, to
us.
keep you in second, like to keep you in the mentality of a
And that
second class.
requires killing a certain number of you on a
Right.
regular basis.
Well, yeah.
That's still killing, bro.
Yeah, but that's not part
Well,
of the end
it
goal.
ain't
Okay,
that.
it's
It's
not a
not the
main
end goal,
goal. It's
right?
a
That's like the
peripheral
end goal.
goal.
Listen,
If you
I
keep the
don't give
end
a
goal
fuck
in
if it's a
mind, what I'm saying
peripheral
is that
goal, bro. It's killing.
I got you, I got you.
we're
But the end
facing
goal in
If
mind,
one of your goals is killing, I'm trying to get a fuck away from you. If
I
one of
understand,
your
but we're
goals
right?
is
And what?
I'm gonna
So
kill
if
you,
everybody take that mentality, right, and
I don't
say
want to come
fuck
around you.
that, then what I'm telling you. So this is what I'm saying. We need everybody to have that mentality, not about being in these tribes. Cause tribal, you ain't gonna change shit. You gotta come. We need a
You
collective.
will change stuff.
You need a
You
bigger
understand you'll change
impact,
stuff for your
bro.
tribe.
We need a bigger impact.
You can't have a bigger impact till you got the small impact, bro. You handle all things like you handle small things. If
Facts.
you if you build a family, a collection of families will be a tribe. That's the
Right.
only way you can get to a whole nation. A whole
Right. And
nation
what I'm
ain't nothing
saying is
but a bunch of fucking families.
you can multiply that tribe and the family by instantly changing a large set
There's
mindset.
no instant.
That's you can't
You're not
like you
instantly
making them
changing that.
choose. No, what I'm saying is if you present information and an argument and a logic to people that
That's already
understand,
done
so
ham
they
tuck.
understand like damn, the way I've been moving really not the move. The way I've been
That
moving
happens
really
every
fucked
day,
up.
tuck.
Really fucked up. I really need to goddamn kind of see what's going on. And if enough people change that mindset, you have a shift in that in those numbers. That's
There's
all I'm
enough people
saying.
that you
You
talking
have a
about,
bigger
bro.
impact, bro. I ain't trying to be like preaching to everybody and have some old shit like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you shift enough people's mindset,
Bro,
that will shift our culture to the right direction where we need to be to build
the
those
enough
families,
people that
to
you're
build those
describing
communities.
is the tribe, tuck. That's what enough people equates to. A tribe.
Right. But however you want to slice it, bro, it's still impacting at a greater number. What I'm saying is if you're spending it, no matter how many in this global world, bro, no matter how me and you can talk to as many people as we want to on an individual basis, we'll never have the same impact as it can multiply on whatever platform. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the beauty of what we could do with this shit that they're using against us. So that's all I'm saying. It's like don't be so reticent not look at it from that way. You know what I'm saying? Like let's use this shit to multiply our fucking tribe. If you want to look at it that way, let's use this shit to multiply what we need to do to live more in abundance, to live more and for our kids, our people,
But we
our
already doing that though.
I know that, bro. But it's what I'm saying. You can. This is just another notch in the belt. It's another way to multiply those fruits. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that's how I see it, bro. Like I look at everything from an opportunistic standpoint now. I don't look at nothing. I try not to look at nothing from a negative or what could happen for. You know what I'm saying?
I
So I
see
look
what you're
at things
saying.
from an opportunistic standpoint. So everything I try to see the opportunity in it to flip it,
Yeah.
to make it better, to make you know what I'm saying?
Now I agree. I don't see stuff that way, but I understand that mindset.
So
Okay.
that's how I always been able to get through, be resilient, whatever the fuck I go through. You know what I
Right.
mean? Having that mindset, no matter what I go through, it'll never kill me. I don't give a fuck what it is. It'll never
Right.
get me. I'm a whatever it is. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go harder, harder, and harder to get even better. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna understand what it is. I'm gonna dissect what it is, break it down, digest it, eat it, and then shit it out and keep it moving.
Okay. That one way to go about it.
Yep.
That's
Or
definitely a way to go about it.
you can little boy yourself.
Nah, that's not an or. It's several options there. Several options there. You can definitely little boy yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can pay attention to it. You can look at life and got
Mhm,
there understand discernment so you can look at it for what it is when it's coming.
mhm.
Recognize opportunities as opportunities. Recognize non-opportunities as non-opportunities.
Yeah.
Right.
Recognize various things however you want to recognize them. You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
that
You can choose to apply your skills and your talents to certain things while not applying them to other things, whether those things are opportunistic or not. Um,
you
it's several ways to approach it. I understand the mindset that you're describing. I do understand that mindset. I don't disagree with that mindset. I just was pointing out to Steve that it's more than two. It's not. It's not either or. That's a fucked up narrative that we get into in this American mindset. We believe in yes or no too many other times. Not yes or no literally, but a dichotomy. Like
Oh
we
yeah, I think
we
it's
believe
called.
in
yeah,
this
yeah.
or that. It's rarely this or that. Like when you actually look at anything, it's very rarely this or that. It's
They call that
usually,
false equivalence. I think they call that, or
you
is
know what
it
I'm saying,
strong?
this, them, and the motherfucking other. Um,
There's a
only
debate term for it. There's
yeah,
a
yeah.
when you look at the rules of how debate.
So
See, there's sometimes they call it false equivalence, meaning you're
yeah,
equating something to the wrong premise and
yeah.
then arguing based off of that, or
Based off of that, yeah. I'm familiar with false equivalent. So
or straw man
Yeah, man.
argument.
I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna end it. I look. That was a good discussion. Um,
Yay!
for sure.
uh, definitely. I think we got a lot of good gems out there, man. We got to start breaking these down in the clips and shit, and you know,
Oh,
kind of try, isolating the game. We putting too much out here sometimes for these folks.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ain't no too much. Fuck that. They
you
just cut the show
know what I'm
off.
saying? They can't drink all of it. They be like, I can't
Hey,
swallow it all. They can't swallow it all. They be spilling everywhere. They can't, you
drink,
know what I'm saying? It come out too
And
much.
tell them
You know what I'm
drinking
saying?
water
sip a
out
little
of a
Gotta
bit,
sip
Hinkley
that shit.
Schmidt
Gotta
bottle.
sip that shit.
sip a
You
little
know?
bit, come back tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Sip a
that's what
little
I'm saying.
bit,
They
come
gotta
back
sip it.
tomorrow.
They gotta
Drinking
sip
out
it.
the
So,
fire.
But this
Drinking
thing ain't
water
gonna
out the
sit
fire
here.
hose.
So this picture gonna be here. The picture of water gonna be here till you drink it all.
if it's
Hey,
fact, it's fact.
So
Yeah, hey man, appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all, man.
all right, man.
Stay up.
Shit,
love
bro. I
you too.
love you too.
Appreciate
You
Be
know,
love and
safe out
harmony.
here.
for sure.
Peace,
Get
health,
your
and
better life
wealth.
game.
It's life game, baby.